This is Snake. Can you hear me? Good. The mission is simple. Put your geek pants on and infiltrate Foxhound. If you need backup, contact Ken and Chris on their codec frequency. Ready? Snake out.
Awesome. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Camcast 189.
189, that's a nice number.
Isn't that? That's a good number. It's good.
It's like we're almost coming up to a milestone.
Yeah, 190.
What are we going to do for that?
I don't know. Probably talk about a movie.
Or two.
Or wrestling.
Probably.
Because
that'll be the aftermath.
Yes.
Yeah.
The aftermath of WrestleMania.
Inventors, Chris Mercier, Kenneth Levitsky. You guys know.
You guys know it. Quad Bennett. Hello.
Sorry, what?
Quad Bennett waves. Hello.
Quad Bennett. I thought you said Wad Bennett, like Wad Dip, and I was like, oh shit. This guy's name is awesome. It's still awesome. Don't get me wrong.
Still awesome.
Warnings though, for the first little bit. While yes, we ultimately will be talking about Ghostbusters, the Frozen Empire, and Godzilla X Kong.
And Kong. It's Godzilla and
the
Kong.
Hidden Empire.
Yeah.
We are going to be talking about wrestling.
Yeah, so basically
but first Kenneth's got something he wants.
We're going to kick it off with we got a couple little mini topics, and then we're going to look at quad
dip.
Quad dip. It took off immediately. We're going to talk about some wrestling.
Hey, well, that's only fair.
Hey, it's all good. It's all good.
I warned.
Maybe
he said no.
Maybe we'll be back later on for some Ghostbusters and Kong.
I should have said, come back in about 45 minutes. I should have said that.
Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty...
The crowning for me, though, is when I said, come, like, watch the movie.
Yeah.
And then come back. And we will probably just be starting it. And I was right.
That was so good.
That was so fun.
I loved that. All right. So to kick things off, we got a couple little things. First, though, like, just announced... minutes ago.
Yep.
Fantastic Four has cast Julia Garner as its Silver Surfer.
Yes.
I'm not familiar with her at all.
Yes. Okay, so I am, first of all.
Are you?
I am very
Where is she off?
So she is off of a little known show called The Ozarks.
Okay, I never watched Ozark.
Yeah, okay. Well, I think you should, because also Jason Bateman's in there.
Yes.
There's another woman in there that's also really good. Laura Linney.
Oh yeah, Laura Linney. I like Laura Linney.
Yeah, so she's also in there. And of course, she's really good. The kid that played young Matt Murdock.
Okay.
In Netflix, the Daredevil show. I don't know if you've heard of it.
No. Well, I think you've talked about it a couple times.
I might have mentioned it.
Yeah.
I might have. He's in it. And Rip Torn, I think. Yeah, Rip Torn was in it for a bit.
Oh, Rip Torn.
Yeah. No, wait. I might be wrong. It might be another just old guy. But anyway, huge cast. She's a fantastic actress.
Okay, well,
she was also in the
that's a plus.
Short miniseries Inventing Anna.
Okay, never watched that one either.
Well, I only watched it partly because of her and because Michelle wanted to watch it. But she's good. Like, she's incredible.
Okay.
So she's a great actress.
Well, that's good.
Out of the gates, great actress. Also, she was in Sin City, A Dame to Kill For.
Oh, really?
The sequel. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Which I didn't know.
You're really familiar with her work.
I just Googled her not too long ago.
Memorized her IMDb.
I know. I got a little bit of a crush.
She actually started on a Tide commercial in 2006.
If that's true, that's fucking priceless.
It might be.
But no, the only reason I know about that one is just because, like, I was looking through the cast list and I saw her name and I was like, oh shit, she was in that movie, but I have never watched it.
Okay.
I only watched the first one, and I don't ever plan on watching it. Like, unless we do a Camcast on it, because I feel like we will do one for Sin City, because we have to. But I feel like if we're going to do that, we're probably going to do 300 and Sin City, and then that'll be it for Frank Miller stuff.
Like both Sin Cities?
No.
Just the original.
Just the original. Yeah.
So we're not touching the spirit.
Oh fuck no. No. I cut that thing off.
No.
I stopped watching. I could not do it.
I'm actually surprised we've never done 300 yet.
I'm not.
No,
I'm not.
There's a lot of movies out there.
But like that's graphic novel territory.
It is.
Right?
It is.
So that's one of those ones where like if we know we're gonna have a shit month.
Yeah.
Like our viewership's gonna be down. Just throw 300 out there.
Hey, it might do well. Zack Snyder, he's got a cult.
I say that, but you're right. It might just
the cult of Snyder may be all over that one.
And I mean, to be fair, that movie was fucking awesome.
Oh, 300 is amazing.
So fucking awesome.
It's incredible. I've never actually seen the sequel though.
Me neither. I had no desire to
hear
both
me neither.
Both sequels.
Funny,
I was like, no thanks. No thanks.
I just didn't care. But regarding this, nothing. I mean, no knock on her. She's probably amazing. But
also as a person, like just to be clear, guys, if you're not happy with the casting, don't direct it towards her.
No. She applied for a job and got it.
Yeah.
Good for her.
So, good for her indeed.
But growing up with Silver Surfer, I was really excited to see, especially when I know we're going to get regular Galactus this time. So now we're going to get regular Galactus and non-regular Surfer. It's just like, fucker. The only way this works for me is if the Fantastic Four, which are going to be from the 60s, meet Galactus and an original Surfer in the 60s. And Norrin Radd becomes the Surfer of our time.
I actually have an alternate idea.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What's that?
My thought was, okay, well, like first and foremost, we got to watch the movie.
Yes.
So we can't like pitchforks before anything comes out.
I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm doing pretty good.
I actually thought you'd be a little bit more rageful about this.
Yeah?
I think it was because I had said her credentials and you calmed down a bit.
No, I was calming before you got here because I was like, hey, it's the 60s thing, so it might be a different universe even. So
well, okay, so we don't know for sure that it's going to be set in the 60s. It might start in the 60s.
Right.
It might start in the 60s and then Marvel chicanery happens.
Yeah.
So my theory was very similar to what you're suggesting, but mine was, okay, so, and to borrow your idea about the negative zone.
Right? Yeah.
Okay, so they start in the 60s. They end up getting trapped in the negative zone.
Mm-hmm.
Negative zone might as well just be another alternate universe.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So in this alternate universe, they come across Galactus.
Yep.
And they come across this version of the Silver Surfer.
Okay.
So then when they get out of the negative zone, they come back to their own world, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is the MCU proper. Well, now you can use that to hint at Galactus coming. And so we haven't met the MCU version of Galactus, and we haven't met the official MCU Silver Surfer. So now it's cake and eat it too.
Yeah.
You get an alternate Surfer, so a lot of people can go, oh, feminine power, yay! Which is great, which is what we want. We want women to feel empowered, especially if they can get that from comic books or comic book movies or whatever. Yep. That's what we want. But then you also get the proper Surfer, the Norrin Radd, and you go from there.
Because right now I don't know who she's playing. Like she's a surfer. I've read all the articles before you got here. I've read Juno, which is apparently that character right there.
She's supposed to be. My understanding was that Shana Ball,
yeah,
was
and that's
the
other
original
one, right?
person that was going to be Silver Surfer, and Norrin Radd. Isn't this correct? Like Norrin Radd said, no, take me instead.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she becomes Silver Surfer instead of Norrin Radd.
Right.
So something either happens to Norrin Radd. So maybe this version. And this is how I'm playing it in my head. I'm playing it like it's an alternate version. So in this version, maybe Norrin was chosen, and she takes his place.
Okay.
So she still does the heroic sacrifice that Norrin Radd did. We just swap the gender. It would not necessarily swap genders because they're actually the same characters. But that's, but again, I think this might be one of those things where I don't think we're going to see it for as long. Like, it's not going to be the whole movie.
Okay.
That's what I think. I mean, it's tough because we're talking Galactus.
I'm very disappointed by this. but I'm doing okay right now.
It's not good news. I'll be flat out like, yes.
I mean, like my dad read me Surfer my whole life. Like I love Surfer. So
I don't have the same emotional attachment. But like I said before we started, if they were going to do a Nightwing movie, or Nightwing was going to be in the new Batman movie, right?
Yeah.
But instead it was Rachel Grayson.
Yeah.
You know, I'd be like, oh, I'd be the same way. Like I'd be like, no, I'd be rager. I'd be a little bit more rage filled than you are. I'd be like, are you kidding me? The only time I get a fucking Nightwing in a movie,
right?
And it's Rachel Grayson.
So yeah, this is brand new news. We'll see how it plays out.
But that's the thing. It could also be
on
one
the
of those
plus
things
side.
where...
This has taken my mind off of being disappointed about Reed Richards.
Oh.
Well, I'm not happy about Pedro Pascal.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I know. That's such a weird...
It's so weird. It's so weird.
The rest of the cast is absolutely
like 15
fine.
years older than Vanessa Kirby.
It's just weird to, like, hedge a new franchise.
Mm-hmm.
Like, unless they really think they're only going to get one movie out of this. And then they're just being, like, Avengers movies.
Yeah.
Which would be... It'd be like, well, then why bother? Why even bother do their own movie? Why not just introduce them side characters?
Marvel's got one shot at making a Fantastic Four movie that gets everybody excited.
Exactly.
Because
no, I agree.
Task Force already got shots. So
I like Pedro Pascal, and I know you do too.
I do.
This is wrong.
He is not right for. I actually said he'd be a better Doom.
I agree. He would be a better Doom.
He'd be a better Doom.
No, well, you can't have.
I'd be all over that.
You can't have Pedro Pascal in a mask.
Right, you can't cover that face.
No, you can't cover that face.
That handsome face that
that
really
chiseled
hard.
Features.
Yeah.
Come on now.
It's got like the same facial hair growth that you get, eh?
His is a little bit better though.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like he looks better.
Well, in your defense,
you're right.
He's got money and people to make him look good.
Well, yeah, but also even without the like, if we looked at him like as a young, like even if he was like 10 years ago, like I watched Game of Thrones.
Okay, so that's 10 years ago, pretty much.
Yeah,
Pedro Pascal. Yeah,
and even then I was like, I'm not gay, but I might be bi for this dude.
Oh yeah,
I might be a little bi for this dude. But the flip side is he's going to be zero bi for me.
Yeah,
you know
that you know.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. He hasn't met me.
So you'd be like, okay, well, I guess we're going to do this.
Yeah, and I am losing weight, so that is kind of nice.
So yeah, you might attract men sooner than
later. But I agree. I do think the Pedro Pascal casting is worse than this.
Yeah, it's wrong. Yeah, it's just, and I love Pedro, but it's wrong.
Yeah.
He's not Reed Richards.
No.
I'm game for the other three, but again, like it's the age difference too between Kirby and him.
It's so funny how
like it.
Like when we were younger, that was just accepted. That's how it was in the movies. But the older I got, and I remember you too, the older we got, it was all just like, wait, how old is she?
Yeah.
And how old is he? And I remember the breaking point for me was Entrapment. Is that the movie I'm thinking?
Yeah, with Sean Connery and
Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Yep.
And that was the first time I literally said out loud, but he's like 80. And she's in her 30s. Like, there's no, like, in real life, there's no way that she'd be getting with this guy.
I don't know, man. Ask Al Pacino.
But then, well, but Al Pacino's in this different situation.
That guy's 80 making babies still.
He's got this.
Right.
He's got Al Pacino money.
Right. He's got the Pacino.
Yeah, he doesn't
Pacino
have
bucks.
He doesn't have Mercier bucks where you're just like
Pacino bucks for everyone.
Well, Chris, for me, it's more Mercier nickels, I guess, or whatever. But True Bucks?
Yeah, True Bucks.
Doesn't have the same flow, Mercier Bucks. But anyway.
So that's Julia Garner, and I'm at the point now where I'm just like, I don't really care.
Fantastic Four movie might not be for me. And that's okay.
It might not be. That was impressive.
That's almost a daily occurrence.
Frick. Yeah. Is that normal?
Yeah, for me. For me.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know that it's necessary. It's because like, well, I don't know if you could tell.
A little double jointed there. Yeah.
I think it might be because of that.
Okay. Well, that makes sense.
Yeah. But that's all I've got for that. Do you have anything else for that?
No, that's that. That's the casting. We got two watchers with us right now.
So as long as the geekosphere can be cool about this.
Yes.
Not direct the hate towards her.
Yeah, no, fuck, don't direct it to her. No.
I don't want to hear reports that Julia Garner like dropped her Twitter because people are like,
yeah,
because that's what they sound like.
So, man, as much as Kevin Feige and Marvel might, drop the ball every now and then, they ain't dropping the ball with this one.
No. Punisher.
No.
Pictures leaked.
Punisher pics leaked.
Now, Daredevil pictures have leaked in the past,
but his suit looked way brighter.
The way they lit the suit made it look better.
Yeah.
It was very like when they said it was going to be like Shang-Chi. I didn't think they meant literally like bright red like Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
And in some of the lighting shots, they don't look as.
This looks way closer to the Netflix costume now.
Yeah, and I think I know why they changed the costume to look more like this.
Yeah.
Easier to CGI.
True.
Less you have to think about. You don't have to think about, okay, well, there's 14 pieces of black on this arm, but there's 18 pieces of red in between. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot going on in the Daredevil suit, the Netflix suit, that you don't really think about until I think about that. But I
love it. Was this boots black on Netflix?
Yes, but they weren't like that style of boot though. They were more like combat boots.
Okay.
So they were lower
I thought
cut.
the boots looked different for sure.
They were lower cut.
I like it.
Yeah.
And I really love that Frank Castle's rocking the skull. I was worried they're gonna get rid of the skull.
Yeah.
Because of all the bullshit out there with the skull.
And I like that they tweaked it from the Netflix skull.
Yeah.
But just enough. Like the eyes look like they're a little bit flared a bit.
Yeah.
It looks badass. And of course it's Brenthal.
Great badass.
And it's the two of them together. Like it's a fucking sweet shot.
I can't wait for that.
Me neither.
January 2025 is the
that's what I've been hearing. I've been hearing is the estimated time of arrival.
I can't wait.
Me neither. You can't wait. I can't wait.
You can't wait.
Although I will continue to watch Daredevil show, so I don't
I've actually had space between my Daredevil watching.
I have space.
You've had a consistent beat.
I have space, but not space. It's short.
Yeah,
short spaces in between.
I don't get.
I'm watching it right now.
Are you?
Wow. So part of it is because I'm a weird dude when it comes to my exercising. When I run, I find I focus on the run better when I'm watching something, whether it's a movie or a TV show.
I see that. I'm the same way.
But when I lift weights, music. And lately I've been doing this thing where
because you want to focus more when you're doing weights. You can't really be watching something. I get that.
Yeah. So what I do now, what I've been doing the last couple weeks is I've combined the two.
Okay.
So I'll run for like 1,000 steps or 10 minutes, whatever. Right. Whatever you want to call it. And then I'll do a workout set where I'll do 6 different sets. And then after I'm done that, I'll run again 1,000 steps. And then I repeat with a second different workout setup. I've been doing that twice now, back to back.
Mm-hmm.
So you end up running 6,000 steps, but also doing an hour workout too. So it ends up being an hour and a half of just working out, but
that's not bad.
Sweating buckets. And also because running sucks.
Yeah.
Running is miserable. So
I don't like running.
So
good for you, buddy.
I like it now, but not all the time. It went from me generally being oh fuck. Now I'm okay, cool. I like it more now for the after effects.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
The way you feel after?
Yeah. So the way I feel after, or even just the fact that I can move easier.
Do you wake up exercising or do you get sleepy afterwards? Because I've heard people go both ways with it.
It depends on the day.
Okay.
It depends on the day. Most of the time when I'm done working out, I do get an endorphin rush.
Oh, do you?
Most of the time. But also it depends on the day. If I've had a 3-hour sleep or a shit sleep in general, and I still work out, I'm not feeling yeah! I'm feeling I need to just go to sleep. Oh yeah. So anyway, but yeah, so I'm loving the suits. They both look really good.
Yep.
The White Tiger one does not look good. But I'm hoping that they don't use. But that's the original Born Again.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that they don't, or if they do, it gets up to. I don't know. That's the one that kind of looks a little bit more cheesier.
Do you think Spider-Man makes a cameo in this?
No, not at all.
Not at all.
Not even close.
Damn.
Not even close.
See the 3 of them go up against Kingpin would be
Well,
Mwah!
yeah, no, I actually would prefer to see that in a Spider-Man movie.
Okay, I see that.
I like not Spider-Man.
Well, if they go
4,
more
but
street level,
Spider-Man
if
5.
they go more street levels with the Spidey movies, then they could.
If
hop
Tom
in
Holland comes back, then for sure, I think they should definitely do that. Especially because like neither of these guys are getting any younger.
Right, and Daredevil won't have a clue that he's Peter Parker anymore because he would have forgot.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So yeah.
So yeah, that's the discussions on that.
Okay.
That's my nerd talk. Now I got the clock set. Here we go.
Okay.
40 on the dot.
40 on the dot wrestling. Okay. So I'm coming in with, I don't like how overshadowed Roman has been by The Rock. Now, this is not an indictment for The Rock, because as you can tell, I'm going back to calling him The Rock. Okay.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's a plus.
Because everyone is going to be overshadowed by The Rock.
Yeah.
Okay. The only guys that are going to not be overshadowed by The Rock are guys like Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Undertaker.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I would have said Triple H, but not so much now.
No,
because
Rock overshadows him.
Because he's in that like CEO
Yeah.
creator content thing. So he's management now, so he's no longer there. But like that's it. Those are and Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar would be like another example of a guy that wouldn't necessarily be completely overshadowed by them.
Right.
Like Cody is incredibly over, but he's not The Rock over.
No.
Right? So it's not like
everything about The Rock's on another level though.
I know.
His entrance right now.
I know. Holy
and
fuck.
He tweaks it every week. Notice there's a tweak every week.
It's crazy. It is absolutely
when
crazy.
the lightning's hitting and you just see that blue glow on him, it's just oh that is hands down my favorite entrance in all of WWE right now.
He didn't go all in on this 180.
Yeah.
Because I was calling him Dwayne Johnson. I was saying, like, fuck this guy. There was no need for this bullshit.
Yeah.
You know, this arrogant, egotistical prick. And it's all true. These are all things that are true. He can argue it all he wants. In fact, bring it. Okay? But the fact is, I love that he was able to pivot and he wasn't like, no, we're just going to do it this way anyway. No, they pivoted. They managed to make it work. Honestly, though, the only misstep I would say is they actually had Cody explain himself. Because it didn't do him any favors.
Yeah.
The only thing that they should never have had him say, I'm going to step aside for The Rock. They should have figured out a better way to do it to save
100%.
face for Cody.
They just assumed that the fans would be okay.
That's right. That's right. And, I mean, again, in all fairness, it is The Rock versus Roman Reigns. Right. This is like one of their last big money matches for the next couple of years.
Yeah.
Because we have to establish Cody is the new big face for the next couple of years. But, so, I mean, I totally understand why they would think that.
Mm-hmm.
But again, what the fuck? But they did a pivot, they switched it, and he went all in on this heel character.
It's been amazing.
And yeah, it's been
amazing.
It has been the best work of his fucking career.
Like we said, last week's Raw was probably the best of the decade.
Oh, it was incredible.
Friggin' this week's Raw.
Between the cinematic shots that we're seeing now,
and
that's the other thing, like the shots that we're getting.
Oh, it's like movie quality sometimes.
Oh,
sometimes I don't like it. Sometimes
they're
doing shots and stuff. I'm just like, I don't like it. I'm not feeling that. But the current follow
overall,
like when they followed Seth right from the back, one shot through Gorilla
to Drew,
and then they went down there and they holy shit.
I do like, yes, I feel like they're making some mistakes, but that's only because they went from having a rigid scheduled like cut to now it's like no, relax a bit, relax. So I think it's a period of finding their feet,
right?
You know.
Right, yeah.
So yes, we're gonna get those shots where it's like Maxine Dupree's wrestling. Yeah, you're right. She's fucking a rookie. She's pretty terrible right now. Mm-hmm. Okay, but give her a year.
It's so weird that she's on Raw as a rookie and not on NXT.
Well, it depends on where the Alpha Academy is right now.
Yeah, I guess so.
Right? And she was originally on NXT.
But then she moved over to do the thing with
Max Dupree. She wasn't. She was an immediate call-up. I don't think she was ever intended as a wrestler in the beginning.
Okay. Yeah, I believe that. She was just eye candy manager.
Yeah. And I think it was one of those where it might even been Chad Gable and
Hanging around
Otis.
with Chad, yeah.
And it might have been like, well, why don't? Or maybe she might have said, like, I kind of want to try this out, or maybe she actually wanted to, and she just wasn't ready to get to that level. But I look at it the same way with the camera work. They're getting there. Some of the stuff is amazing, and it's refreshing.
Still good. What did you think of Sammy and Chad's Rocky montage?
I loved it.
Yeah,
this
is so crazy.
At first, I was like, "Wait, what the fuck is this?" And then I was like, "Oh shit!
Yeah,
this is a full-on
yeah.
Like they spent a day filming this, and cutting this. I was like, this is actually really good. More of that,
And Gunther actually feels threatened by him, which is interesting.
I think Gunther feels more threatened by Chad Gable helping Sami Zayn than he is by Sami Zayn. I think that's what it is. That's why he's trying to drive a wedge between the two of them.
I'm torn. If Cody doesn't win in Rumble, Sammy might actually beat Gunther.
Actually, you're right. And you mean Mania, because you said Rumble.
Yeah, why did I say Rumble? But yeah, either way. You know what I mean.
Whatever. Yeah. So, okay. All right. So the overshadowing, you know what? I agree. I would like it more and it doesn't even have to be like power play bullshit.
Yep.
Okay, because they're obviously going to go for Rock and Roman the next WrestleMania.
Oh,
so they're going to spend the next year building that up. So that's fine.
And they're already the seeds are planted.
They've done enough.
They've been look at Roman was leaving on Raw. He was okay. I'll see you later. I'm taking off, but he was there the whole time.
Yep.
I'm saying he didn't trust The Rock to get the job done.
Yep. Yeah. So they're doing a great job of seeding it now, and then they'll pick it up whenever they want to. But I don't. And I mean, okay, obviously it's a wait and see type of thing.
Yep.
But I guess what I'm getting at is because, for the last little while, I've been thinking and I've been leaning towards Cody is losing. Cody is not winning. And I think that they're going to go with their original plan and have Roman hold it to SummerSlam so that he beats the Hogan record. He's the top longest drawing champion of all time ever. And then that's it. He loses it at SummerSlam and goes from there. I think that's what's ultimately going to happen.
They could. I mean, Cody would have won the Rumble, main evented both nights of Mania, and then won at SummerSlam. Puts him in the top tier for every big event.
It puts him in the top tier, but if he doesn't get it done here, I mean, at what point do you sit there and say, at what point do the fans start to go, okay, so obviously the office doesn't think Cody should be the champion.
They're already simmering down on LA Knight.
Well, and
Cody's going to go the same route if he loses.
And that's the thing, right? I mean, I don't necessarily it's tough. It's tough because they've also spent the last year, Cody's been in really good shape for the entire year.
Yep.
Okay, so it's not like it's been he's been eating losses all day long, but eventually at some point you're telling the audience, whether you believe it or not, whether you realize it or not, you're telling the audience he's not the guy.
Yeah.
And Cody is the guy. He is the guy to replace Roman, especially right now. There's no one else.
There's no one else.
I love LA Knight. I love Randy Orton. I love AJ Styles. Okay. All of these top guys, Kevin Owens, but none of these guys are the guys that you're going to have in the main event top level role to replace Roman. Not one of them.
No.
None of them are ready. Drew is the closest. He's the closest right now because he's on fire. CM Punk, his age and his injury proneness.
Yep.
And his ego too takes him out of that top spot. He's a top Raw guy. Seth is another one that's the closest. Seth and Drew are the closest, but right now I'm like Drew. I'm all in on Drew. And Gunther would be the only one that I could say, but even then, if he won it now, if he beat Roman right now, I'd be like, it's too soon for Gunther.
Too soon.
And I love Gunther. Gunther is top level heel in the making.
That's got to be a story that really spreads itself out. It's got to be a 1 year long war between Imperium and Bloodline.
Oh, I agree. Or any of those factions, because I think at some point Bloodline is going to be done.
Oh yeah, this is it right now.
Yeah. This current version is done, and they might do the white and black and red and black. They might do the Wolfpack bloodline. They might, but I don't know.
Oh man,
I don't know.
so yeah, no, I do agree with that though.
Okay, what else do I have on this list? So I have I do have final WrestleMania predictions, so we'll speed run through that.
But, yeah, we'll.
But I've got the CM Punk interview.
Yeah, I watched it today. Because I figured we would probably end up chatting about it.
I also got the Ronda Rousey clips of Ronda Rousey interview.
Okay. I haven't watched any of that, but I heard about it. So yeah.
Yeah. So I didn't watch the whole interview. I just got the snippets that pertain to AEW and stuff like that. And my problem with it though is the same problem I have with Punk post Scrum. Is this guy is just he can't accept fault or admit fault. He can't sit there and say, I didn't handle things properly or I didn't do this. He is literally like, he's walking into these locker rooms going, I've been wrestling for so long. You should be looking. I'm top guy. I'm elder. I'm whatever, like old school wrestler courtesy type of thing. Right. And when they were all like, okay, but you've also been out of the game longer than some of these guys have been in the game.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm not saying, and I firmly believe the account that he had with Jack Perry was 100% correct.
Yes.
I believe that Shivani was getting cussed out by Jack Perry because I don't think Jack Perry is blameless in this. Jack Perry acted like a fucking unprofessional prick too. There was no need for him to be on live camera saying, it's real glass. Why don't you cry me a river?
Yeah.
Okay. Because he 100% was poking the bear. Okay. So fuck that. That's bullshit. But for Punk to sit there and be like, I didn't punch the guy. I just lightly choked him. It's like,
I kind of laughed at that line.
It's a funny line, but it's like,
just lightly choke him.
It's like, okay, but you still assaulted the guy. Okay. And you assaulted a guy. Like, that's an intimate assault right there. That's face to face. I'm choking you with my hands on your throat, you know, or whatever. I can't remember exactly how it was. Plus, he's on camera doing this. So it's, you know, we keep forgetting that one because they don't talk about it as much. And he won't ever mention it. But he's on camera doing this. So it's like, you can say what you want, but you can talk about how you should be a respected locker room leader, but you don't act like a respected locker room leader. Okay. You didn't hear about, did you hear about Austin fighting guys in the back?
No.
Did you hear about The Rock fighting guys in the back?
No.
Did you hear about Shawn Michaels fighting guys in the back? You did, actually. You did.
Yeah.
So,
I'm sure I'm sure there was some of that going around in like WCW and ECW and shit.
Not as much as you would think.
No,
not as much as you would think.
The culture.
Batista got his ass kicked by Booker T.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
He also got his ass kicked by Jimmy Wang Yang. No, it wasn't Jimmy Yang. It was another guy. But it was literally one of those smaller cruiserweight guys.
That's funny.
Oh no, wait, no, it wasn't Batista. It was Sheamus.
Okay.
Sheamus poked one of the bears. Said something about how top guys get massages, and the guy was like, actually, I think it was Jimmy Wang. Anyway, it was just he was literally like, oh yeah, why don't you go fuck yourself, type of thing. And then Sheamus was like, and he got his ass kicked. They don't talk about those because obviously it makes them look bad, right? But like. So the fights do happen. I'm not saying fights don't happen, okay? Yeah. What I'm saying is the guys that are actually locker room leaders are the guys not getting into those fights, okay?
Yep.
So, yes, I'm taking Shawn Michaels out of that locker room leader because his time in the Attitude Era, he was not a locker room leader. No one says he was a locker room leader.
No,
when he was all pilled up, boozed up, no. And he was like...
Taker was a leader.
Taker was more of a leader. Yep. Taker was a locker room leader for sure.
Yeah.
So... by Punk's words, he is outing himself as not a professional, not a respectable leader, you know. And also, Bryan Danielson was the guy that ultimately said, and Bryan Danielson is like one of his best friends.
I'm surprised that never came up during the interview because Ariel does some amazing interviews.
Well,
like
I have a feeling that there was a couple of things that he knew not to touch because if you bring up the Bryan Danielson thing, then you have to force Punk to go, okay, well. optics or whatever, like it didn't look good or whatever, yada. And some of the things he's saying about AEW now, he said similar things about WWE when he left.
Yep.
You know, he's a bridge burner is what he is.
And here's the thing. I watched the whole interview, and I watched the whole interview because I watched a couple little snippets.
Yep.
I feel like those snippets don't do the interview justice. Because it's very fleshed out. Like it's perfectly played out. Like Ariel asks the questions, he's got the timing and everything down, and Punk opens out and he says some amazing things that they aren't putting in their little clips.
They won't do that.
They're not putting in their clips, but it's in there. It really is in there.
Oh no, I
wishes
agree.
everyone best luck, and you know, he thinks Tony's a great guy. He's just not a good boss, and I agree. Anyone could agree with that.
No,
you
exactly.
Look at the guy. No, you're just a fanboy.
Yeah,
with money.
Yeah. Like,
but after I watched the interview, I also watched a couple other things that I like watching. So I watched Busted Open. So I listened to Bully Ray's views on all of it.
Yeah, I generally like his views.
I listen to Bully Ray all the time.
He's a bit old school, like a bit too old school for me sometimes. Yeah. But for the most part, I'm like, yep.
He's a bit old school, and I feel like Dave on there.
Meltzer?
And not Dave Meltzer.
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
No, not that Dave. What the fuck's his last name? But I think his name's Dave. And then Mark Henry was on there.
Oh no, his regular guy.
They read him back quite a bit at times. So, but no, he said he had a similar altercation with Jack Perry last year.
Oh
and
yeah,
he said that kid is a punk. He's a punk ass bitch.
I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it at all. Like I said,
zero respect for anyone.
Had Jack Perry not did the glass spot and not specifically called Punk out, because you could say you didn't call him out, but you called him out. Okay.
Yeah.
Then I would have been like, okay, Punk, you're a little bit, but like even back of the stuff where he was saying with Hangman Page, like, okay, so Hangman Page, did an interview, like shot on you, and you weren't prepared for that. That doesn't mean he was going to fucking fight you in the ring.
Yeah.
Like I agree. Again, Hangman Page should not have cut that promo. If they talked about a promo ahead of time, and then he comes in with this other promo, that's not fair. So now Punk's got to scramble, Punk's got to listen and try to focus and get something out, while at the same time going, what the fuck just happened?
Exactly.
You just fucking shot on me. So again, and I'll say this, I'm not the hugest fan of Punk right now. I'm a fan of his work for the most part. I want him to be happy. I want him to succeed. I don't think that he will be happy unless he gets everything he wants. And even then, I don't know, but I hope he does.
Yeah. Because
I'm weird. I want everyone to be happy for the most part. But I'm also not going to blindly look at everything he does and go, yeah, he's great. He's awesome. But having said that, I'm also not going to blindly go, everyone, let's go against Punk. Right? Punk is obviously worth the hassle.
Oh yeah.
Okay? He's obviously worth the hassle.
Yep.
Because if he wasn't, these companies wouldn't be hiring him.
Yep.
And we were talking about how The Rock overshadows. Well, unfortunately, CM Punk, even if he went straight to WWE instead of AEW, he'd be overshadowing a lot of these guys.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Like
Survivor Series. You returned that night, Punk.
Yeah.
That's all anyone's going to really think about.
That's right.
Like, he totally overshadowed Orton.
Yeah.
Showered.
Yeah. No, but you're right.
Like, he overshadowed Orton. He definitely overshadowed R-Truth.
Like, Orton, okay? Like, Orton, establishment Orton.
Yep.
His return
after
comes back.
2 years.
Looks incredible. Moves incredible.
Man,
it's like he didn't miss a step. And no one's talking about that. They're talking about Punk.
Yep.
Right? So, like, there's no argument there. And there's no, like, fuck that guy. He's not worth the contract. But I guarantee you that the conversation with WWE was, this shit doesn't fly.
Yep.
You are going to sign this contract, but there's a hard out by us. Okay? So if you fuck around, like, you pull any of that shit over there, because he's not blameless. There are shit that he was doing that he didn't have to do, but he did it because he's CM Punk. Okay. Yes, some of it was retaliatory.
I agree. He's not innocent.
Some of it was retaliatory.
Yeah.
But like the scrum, what was he retaliating against?
The scrum was intense.
The scrum was him throwing his dick on the table and going, "Look at it.
Yeah.
Look at it. Oh, hey, Dave, fuck you."
Yeah.
Dave's like, or not Dave. No, it's it wasn't Meltzer, but it was the other guy that I can't recall now. Wrestling Observer Live.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I don't remember his
But
name
yeah, I can't
either.
remember his name. But he just out of the blue was like, "Hey, fuck you for saying
Yeah,
shit
he's
about me."
Yeah, he's an
And he's
idiot.
like, what?
Yeah.
These muffins are great. Tony, you're learning. You're gonna be a good job boss one of these days. It's okay. Like, and then goes to the back and thinks, "Oh, they're gonna fight me." Like, what? So no, he's not completely blameless. He should have been fired after the scrum. He should have been.
He should have.
But he
then
wasn't.
Tony knew he would probably go back to he was holding on tight to him.
I know. Of course he was.
He could have held on to him for the whole contract and not put him on TV anymore. But
well, yeah, but
the whole I'll split up the roster on different shows was a stupid idea to begin with. Like, in what world would that work?
Unbelievable.
You're still going to have your pay-per-view where they all come together.
But also, like, it's a weird move to make where it's like, okay, only the people that want to work with Punk can work with Punk.
Yeah.
But there's people on both shows. Like, there's only a handful of people that had issues with Punk. Like, even, I guarantee you, Kenny Omega will tell you, the only issue I had with Punk was he had issues with me.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Like, like, the Kenny Omega Punk match, that's money. Okay? That's a money match. They knew it. And there's no way the Elite would not have done business with him.
Yeah.
They would have just had to sit there and say, okay, but we got to cool our fucking jets here. We gotta come some common ground. And I don't think Punk was in the mood to do that, because I think, like, after the scrum, Punk wanted out.
Mm-hmm.
Simple as that. Like, there's no fucking way you can tell me otherwise. He wasn't, I want to make this work. It was, I want to get out. And Tony was like, I don't want to let you go.
Yep.
So it was just whatever he could do to placate him. And it puts Punk in a position where he's like, okay, well, I guess I'm going to have to choke a bitch to see if I can get fired
to get out of here. Yeah.
You know, so fuck Jack Perry too. And it's funny because he was coming up there big when he was Jungle Boy, and even like Jericho was singing his praises. And I watched a couple of his matches, and I was like, okay.
I saw nothing special.
Well, exactly. I was.
And they changed the name Jack Perry and started, and I was like,
yeah, okay, you have a beard, but you still look like a child.
Yeah.
Like, if I grew a beard, you wouldn't suddenly go like, oh, Chris is gonna fucking kill me.
Yeah.
He's such a rock hard badass, like chiseled. No, you're just gonna be like, he actually grew a beard. Is that real? Because it looks fake, and Jack Perry's beard does look fake.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't have called Jack Perry a pillar. He was, and especially
he was a kid learning. I mean, yeah, he's got a dad that was an actor. I mean, what do you freaking do? Like,
I don't know. I don't know. But anyway,
I don't know what you're thinking there.
The other part too is that Jack Perry, if Jack Perry draws even a fraction of what Punk has drawn over his entire career, I'll be amazed.
Yeah. Wow.
So
it's never gonna happen.
That's all I want to say about that.
Yeah.
The Ronda Rousey stuff. It's just kind of funny stuff. Like nothing really wrestling related, just because
she seemed really angry lately.
Well, you know what I think it is I think she realizes that this is it. She's got no other prospects.
No, that's it.
She can't go back to UFC. She's been out of the game for too long.
Acting didn't work out for you.
Well, there was no way it was going to.
So where are you going?
She couldn't act.
Yeah.
She could only play tough woman.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, okay, to be honest, the WWE run could have been better. Becky is right. Becky Lynch has said in her book she just couldn't wrestle. And she's right. Like, and the problem was she was paired a lot of times with women who weren't good at leading a match. Right? So now you've got two people.
Yeah.
You don't have somebody to lead. Well, what are you going to do? Right? Like, but the stuff what's getting me, and the only reason I'm bringing this up is it's kind of adjacent to Punk, because his story is his view, and that's fine. Like, it's his view, but it's tainted with his ego and all that shit. But so was hers. She couldn't admit that Holly Holm beat the shit out of her. There was like issue after issue. I was like, well, I was concussed and I wasn't feeling well. And a bunch of other things.
Well, you got destroyed.
It's like,
because you went in there with a cocky ego.
Yeah.
Thought you were unstoppable.
I remember that time period. It was, she was unstoppable.
She was
unstoppable. She was just getting into movies.
But as soon as she believed it herself, it was done.
She was just getting into movies too.
Yeah.
So she was already getting her foot out of the door. and she was talking big. She said she was going to outbox Holly Holm.
Yeah.
She said she was going to knock out Holly Holm's boxing style, and we've all seen her throw punches. You and I are not experts, but I can tell you right now, her punches versus Holly Holm's,
yeah,
there was no way. No way.
No.
She got destroyed.
If she got Holmes down to the ground, maybe she would have a chance.
She would have definitely done it.
But hand to hand, no way.
Holly,
no way.
And her team, they did their homework, and she said it. We did our homework. We just picked her apart on the stand-up game because she knew she wasn't going to beat her on the ground.
Yeah,
and so she kept it upright. Now, obviously, Amanda Nunes was just strong, and like a freak of nature. Like she's so good.
Yeah,
but it was also one of those where it's like you shouldn't have came back if you weren't ready.
Yeah,
I mean, I understand why you did, but you shouldn't have because you weren't ready. It's going to be like Conor McGregor because I guarantee you, if this Hollywood thing doesn't pan out the way, because again, he's in that position, 1 foot out the door. He's already eaten a loss.
Yeah.
He comes back. I don't care how juiced up he is. He's going to get destroyed.
Yeah.
He's been out of the game for too long. That was the only thing. It was just kind of like that mirror where you get...
They go hand in hand together.
Yeah, they go hand in hand. There were some other things about her time in WWE, but it doesn't...
You know what? Maybe a decade from now, she'll show up at Survivor Series.
Maybe. All right, so
okay.
Predictions.
It's kind of small for us here, but I do have the match cards up.
Although
in
first
order.
I gotta say that the fact that the opener for night 1
bullshit
is Becky Lynch and Rhea Ripley. Like
bullshit.
What the fuck? You're gonna tell me that I have to wait till night 2 to watch the Pride versus the Final Testament, and you can't throw that in night 1, match 1? I get it. What?
I'm looking at the card for night 1, and if they're going to open with women, they should have did the 3-on-3 match. But if anything, they should have opened it with the IC title. The women's world title should not be the opening of WrestleMania.
No, I agree, 100%.
Not even close. Not even close.
I mean, that's unreal.
The only time a world championship match should open up at open WrestleMania is if Brock Lesnar's involved and he wants to go home.
I was just gonna say, like, if it was anything other than Brock Lesnar, then no. You're right. Like, this is ridiculous.
It's like, and the same goes for night 2. Like Drew and Seth opening night 2. Fuck
the next match. The next match is that 6-pack tag challenge.
Yeah,
that should have been the opener.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna open, well, I talked to you that like the Pride and
Final Testament,
that should be a pre-match.
Well,
pre-show match.
The fact that they're on the actual lineup, then open with
crazy.
that one.
It's crazy.
But yeah, that one,
and same with the Mysterios and Escobar and all that. That should be a pre-show match.
That's another pre-show match or an opener match for night 2.
Yeah.
Like what?
Well, they want to open big, and I get that. You want to open with a title match. Okay, good. But
tag challenge,
the secondary title.
No,
it's a secondary title for a reason.
I agree. So
fucking open night 1 with the IC and open night 2 with the US. It should not be the World Championships opening.
No.
That's ridiculous.
And so now that's solidified my prediction. I've been saying for weeks now.
Yep.
I think I've been saying for pretty much off and on for the last couple of months.
Yeah, it was going back and forth, but
I've been for the last month. I've been steadily thinking more and more that Cody's not winning. The fact that they have the main event is the tag match.
Yep.
On night 1. Okay, so however that shakes out, they're obviously going to lose.
Yep.
Because they have to. So then now Seth loses to Drew because of the night before.
Yep.
Right? That'll be his excuse or whatever, but hopefully Drew just beats him clean, which I really want, but I don't think that's going to happen.
We might still get her Damian pulling a fast one on Drew because he's night 1 as well.
Oh no, I still think that's going to happen. I still think that's going to be going to happen. But I also think that Seth's going to fuck over Cody. I said that in the text earlier. I think now because at the beginning of the night, Cody loses his title, Seth loses his title, and maybe he's the one who took the pin.
Yep.
Because Cody wasn't in the ring or whatever, so now he fucks over Cody, and he goes, and now Cody and him are feuding for the next couple of months. So Roman retains.
And we start all over
and again. We do this all over again. And then Then we get to SummerSlam.
But I mean, I said that a couple weeks ago too. It's funny that Cody's aligned himself with two members of Roman's two families.
Yeah.
Jay could turn on him too.
Jay could very well turn on him.
I mean,
and then think about this. Then there's a Saudi show coming up.
Yep.
So you have Cody versus The Rock.
Yep.
And then Cody versus Roman at SummerSlam.
Yep. If he beats The Rock, then he gets the shot.
Yeah.
But I don't. Well, that's the thing too. Like Rock said, this is it. You fail, you're done. So how would he
win the Rumble again?
Oh
wait, no, he wouldn't because it's SummerSlam. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I really don't.
I hope he wins. I hope he
wins.
wins.
I want him to win so bad.
I'm so fucking tired about us having the same conversation every year.
Every month?
Every fucking
year. Every fucking month. Cody has to win. The bloodline has to start crumbling.
4 years is a good chunk of time.
Yeah.
In this time and age.
You're getting into that Wolfpack parody stage. Like, we don't want 14 different watered down versions of the bloodline.
Yeah. I
want one good solid run of the bloodline and maybe one more run later on if they're all.
Because what are you gonna do? Oh, Roman and Seth are together now. We got the Shield back together.
Not only that,
it's the Rock's bloodline. Like,
not only that, how this is. I think honestly, this is the most over that Roman is ever going to be. His babyface turn, if that's how they go with him against The Rock, is not going to be as over as the bloodline.
Yeah.
And that's fine because that's what happens. John Cena was at the apex, then John Cena started to fall, and they had to look for someone else. Well, they were already building up Roman, so then they started to push him up there.
Yeah.
That's the way it goes. So Cody absolutely has to win. I want him to win, but my prediction is that Cody loses. But anyway, sorry. So Becky Lynch versus Rhea Ripley.
Rhea wins.
She retains, but the match is going to be fucking awesome.
It's going to be
it's going to be so fucking awesome.
It's going to be a good match, man.
And we get to see like Becky Lynch's face when she doesn't win.
Yep.
And now we're going to see like Becky Lynch back to basics, like trying to work her way up the ladder because she has to prove it. So I think Rhea wins easily.
Yep.
Or not easily, but the match will be awesome.
It's going to be a great match.
Yeah. Okay, next one.
So then we got the ladder match.
Ladder match. Honestly, Awesome Truth. Awesome Truth is going to win it.
That's what I feel too.
Yeah.
There's better teams on there that deserve it.
Yep.
But because of the storyline with Judgment Day, they're going to win.
Yep. And also, you got Becky Lynch eating a loss, so now you have a feel-good win.
Yeah.
And also the Awesome Truth isn't going to hold it for 18 months.
Mm-hmm.
Although I heard a rumor that they might do because the way they worded it was that both belts are apparently up for grabs. So they might do it where
I really hope
one group wins gets the Raw title for whatever reason. That's it. They're out. They won, but the match still goes until someone gets the other title.
Yeah.
And then that
was the idea throughout like a month ago, and I feel like that's the way to do it.
That's
the best way to split these titles back up.
Yeah. So Awesome Truth.
100%.
I'm gonna say if they go that route, then Awesome Truth gets the Raw titles.
And who else is on there?
And then who's the next SmackDown team?
Well, you got fucking whatever Tyler Bate and
yeah. What's his face?
Whatever they're called.
The New Catch Republic.
Oh, you got Grayson and Austin. Maybe they could take it to SmackDown. Yeah,
I would go with them. I'd go with them. A heel team? Fuck yeah.
Yep, heel team and a face team. And then the next matchup is my shit break.
What's the next match?
It's Dragon Lee and Ray against Santos.
Honestly, it's gonna be Ray and Dragon Lee.
I kind of hope it's Santos and Dom, just because Dom lost last year. It'd be nice to see him win this year.
Oh, wait. No, he is going to win because Andrade helps him.
Yes.
And that further teases the end of the Judgment Day because, of course, Dom is now starting to hang out with other people like him, I guess.
Other
Hispanics, but like
even Damien is. And, Finn practically is because he's married into a family.
I honestly, I'm like,
yeah, all right, okay.
I'd rather I want the Judgment Day to last a little bit longer, but okay, how much time we got?
We're down to 6, but whatever. We'll go a couple minutes over.
Okay.
So then we got the Uso and Uso match.
Jay. Main event, Jay.
I feel like Jimmy should win it. But Jay's been eating so many losses lately.
Yeah. Jimmy does need it more, though.
Jimmy needs it more.
And we could continue this feud past. This is a feud that could go longer than WrestleMania. Okay, so
I think Jimmy's winning.
I think I'll agree. I'll go with yours, Jimmy. Okay,
put it on Jimmy. Okay, next up we got the 6-woman tag match.
Oh right, I don't even care. I really don't.
Well, Damage Control's losing. Damage Control's even losses all weekend long. So,
yeah,
I mean, there's no way Jade's losing her first match. Yeah, I mean,
yeah. In fact, Jade's the one that's gonna pin. She might pin all 3 of them.
Yeah,
and Belair might be like pissed about it.
Yeah,
that might be the only story.
So that she throws Belair on the.
And I hate to say, I don't even care, but it's just I know that match isn't gonna be that good for one because, well, Belair is awesome.
Yeah,
Jade Cargill isn't. Naomi surprisingly isn't. She has lost not just a step, but a couple steps.
It's a crazy team, though, when you think about it. Eh?
And then Damage Control, like, I mean, I love Kairi Sane, but since she's been back, she seems like she's not quite there yet.
Not quite there. And Asuka's lost some of what she had.
Well, Asuka's potentially injured. So she's working through an injury. So that's
Dakota's just coming back from an injury. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's going to be one of those. Like, you're right. Like, obviously, Belair's team wins.
Obviously.
It's going to be a quick match, too. I think it's going to be 5-6 minutes.
And you know what I just realized while looking at this, which is really, really fucking sad, is that there's 13 matches at this WrestleMania and only 3 are women matches.
Well, yeah. Well, you know, whatever.
I mean, look at the roster of women, though.
No, there's more than that, isn't there?
No. There's the 6-man tag.
That's right.
And Becky and Rhea, and then then
yeah, but those are the only matches that have been built up.
Right.
They built up no matches other than that, or at least nothing Mania worthy. Because there's obviously
they didn't build up half of these though. They just fucking threw them together in the last week.
No, I agree. Like, but again,
that's brutal.
Yeah, but like, what match would you remove to add a woman's match?
Oh, fucking.
Actually, I was going to say
the Last Testament and
Last Testament, the Pride, or Final Testament, and
whatever
the Pride.
They're called. Yeah,
that's gone.
Yeah, that's gone. Dom should have been
the tag.
Like I said, Dom should have been up against Braun Breaker.
Oh yeah,
after the Rumble.
Fuck
that should have been a WrestleMania.
Oh
match.
hell yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, so let's keep going.
Okay, so then we got Gunther and Sammy.
Gunther. Gunther is winning. It's going to be brutal too.
Gunther's winning. If Sammy does win, Cody's definitely losing.
Also, if Sammy wins, Chad Gable is turning heel on him.
Yeah.
Okay, but Gunther's winning it.
Gunther's
winning it, and I'm making a bold prediction. Gunther's winning it. Shortly after that, Ilya Dragunov is called up, and Ilya Dragunov will be pushed to beat Gunther's streak at SummerSlam. Hopefully they tweak his character though.
Yeah, that's what I was
his crazy maestro character. I don't like it. Fucking.
I don't like it. I watch him in the ring. I'm like, God, you can wrestle.
He's so good.
I hate the character
when he does serious promos. When he's in the suit and he does a serious promo. I'm like, yes, that's good. But then he does the thing coming to the ring. And
don't like it.
I'm like, what is happening? Don't do that.
No.
Don't do that at all.
No.
But anyway, okay.
So
Gunther is my pick.
Gunther. We got 89 Riley McFarlane here. He says, are you saying that the wrestler with her own reality show on Disney Plus is going to do well? That's crazy talk. Also, I couldn't care less about Bailey just saying, "Whoa!"
Oh, them's fighting words.
Fighting words.
Oh, we're Bailey fans, but okay.
Yeah.
You are entitled to your opinion.
It's wrong, but you're entitled to it.
Yeah, it is 100% wrong, but it is your opinion.
Yeah,
you are entitled to it. And then finally, the tag match.
Rock and Roman.
Rock and Roman.
There's no way Bloodline Rules isn't happening.
Yeah, exactly. It's insane to think that that's gonna go any other way. And then also Drew wins.
Drew wins, and possibly Damien cashes in.
Damien cashes in. I as much as I love Drew, I just love the idea of him winning it.
Yeah.
Being like, gets his moment, and then Drew cashes in.
Yeah.
And takes it from him.
Oh,
and
man.
Then that
I hope it happens.
Pure fucking fury.
Friggin' hilarious if that happens.
It's all fake bullshit anyway.
I don't give a shit about the next match.
Yeah, I don't
But
care.
If Bobby's got to win,
It's gonna be the prize. They have to win.
man, I feel bad for
Bob.
Bob. I love Bob Lashley. Last year he was at a stupid Andre Battle Royal on SmackDown, and this year he gets this junk. Oh man,
yeah,
horrible.
It's not even like this is gonna be that good. Like,
yeah, LA Knight's being Styles.
I disagree. My prediction
you think
is
Styles
AJ
is
Styles.
winning
I actually think this is gonna be a little bit longer feud.
Oh,
So I think AJ is gonna beat him.
Okay.
But it's gonna be like
so I'm saying Knight, you're going Styles. So this is the first time we're definitely
I'm
right.
hard. I'm not going to be deterred. It is AJ Styles, but I think it's going to be one of those made men situation.
Okay.
So it'll be. I think it's more like this. They're going to look at it like this: if you can't hang with LA Knight, or sorry, AJ Styles, then you can't.
Yeah.
You can't get a title shot. Yeah. So he's definitely going to win.
He's going to hang with Styles, though. Oh. That's going to be a great match.
Yeah,
that's going to be a great match.
Going to be a great match.
The next match is the U.S. Triple Threat.
Logan retains.
Logan's retaining.
They kind of telegraphed it, but Logan retains. I have a feeling it's going to be one of those where we get a feud with KO and Orton.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Their bromance will break at this match. 100%. Bayley
has to win.
I mean,
absolutely has to win.
I love Io. Right? I love Io, but there's no way she's.
Yeah, exactly. I'm a huge Io fan. I've been a Io fan since she showed up.
I was thinking about her too. Has she really defended that title much since winning it? Who has she actually had feuds with?
She has not. She's had
feuds with nobody.
Charlotte, like a mini feud with Charlotte before the injury.
She's held this thing since Money in the Bank, and she's really not defended it at all.
Naomi, she defended, but like. One-off matches. I see what you're saying, though. She's had one-off matches, but she's not had actual programs.
Which is really weird.
The program has been primarily the split up with Bayley.
Yep.
And then the fallout of the split up with Bayley.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. It's a weird run for her. But then again, look at Rhea Ripley. She hasn't done like the first half of her run. She did
first half, no. Second half for sure. But
yeah. So
Bayley's winning.
Bayley was
winning.
And,
Riley McFarlane. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Bayley's winning.
Bayley's winning, but I don't think she's holding it for long though.
And I can't even tell you what's going to happen last match.
Roman is taking.
My heart wants to say Cody, but my brain is saying Roman's taking it.
That's where I'm at. My brain is telling me Roman, but my heart is saying Cody.
But the Bloodline rules in that match is going to be freaking cool. I think we're going to see lots of legends show up.
Oh yeah,
I've heard Brock Lesnar's going to show up. Why they put him back on the website.
They've been talking about bringing Brock back for a while now.
Yeah,
because their thought process is, it's been long enough. We'll bring him back. Most people will forget, and the ones that won't forget will be like, they'll just deal with it. They'll get over it.
Because from the whole thing, okay, so he knew about Vince, which is gross, and he likes piss.
And he was willing to partake.
Was he willing to partake?
The only reason
I thought he just wanted a video of her pissing or something.
No, the only reason why it didn't happen was because like his flight got delayed.
Oh, well, thank God for that.
Yeah, but like I'm saying personally, I don't think you should bring Brock back because there's all of that still around him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, WrestleMania is a weird spot to test that.
Yeah, and even in general, like right now, even like it's way too soon.
And ultimately, I guess it's going to be The Rock's call.
Yeah, that's true.
And Rock says, "No, we can't, Brock."
Yeah, but like honestly, I think it's too much. It's too soon, and there's too much. Like whether he did or didn't, there's still all of that there.
It's still there.
Like you can't now. Like if you Google Brock Lesnar, it's not just Brock Lesnar and all his accolades. It's all his accolades. Oh, also, there's this weird shit with Vince. You know what I mean? It's like
disappointing.
It's like the reason why they don't talk about Benoit, right? They don't talk about Benoit.
Yep.
Because you can't talk about that without bringing up all that other shit. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So I don't think they should bring him back, but they will at some point because I mean Brock's money.
Brock is money.
Brock is money.
Yep.
Even though he's not as much money as he once was, he is money. Mm-hmm. You know who pissed me off actually recently? Goldberg.
Oh man, why would Goldberg piss you off?
He started saying he actually shit talked Asuka.
Oh yeah, I read about that. I read about that.
He sat there and said, "Well, they had Asuka beat his streak."
Yeah.
And it's like they shouldn't have done that or something.
Yeah.
Like, basically, like fuck them for doing that. And it was like, what the fuck?
And then went off about everyone doing the spear. Now.
Exactly. Yeah. Like,
dude, I'm pretty sure
granted,
you didn't create the spear.
Granted, there's a few people that do the spear as good as him.
Yeah.
Okay. Honestly, I look at his spear
Mm-hmm.
and I look at Rhino's gore, and I'm like, those are two of the best. Period.
I would also throw Edge up there.
I don't like his spear.
I love it how he lands the flip.
Roman's spear, I think, is better than Edge's.
Okay.
So I'd put that. But Edge is still top 5.
Top 5.
Like he's 4th.
I do agree. I mean, yeah.
But it's like, okay, bud. Okay, they're not going to retire these moves just for you.
Yeah.
Okay, and also, the streak helped you get over.
Was Rhino doing the spear before Goldberg?
Yeah.
I thought so.
He was definitely doing it before.
I definitely thought so.
Now, don't get me wrong. The spear versus the gore, like Goldberg's is the best.
Yeah.
It is absolutely the best. But he also played football.
Right.
I think Rhino might have played football in high school or maybe.
It
college,
also wasn't his finishing move.
That's right. Exactly.
Jackhammer was.
Rhino's. It was his finishing move.
Yeah.
The gore, he hit the gore, it was over.
It was over.
And if he wasn't going over, he wasn't hitting the gore.
Yeah.
He actually said that in an interview. But that's how it should be. Like, I don't like this where they kick out of finishers now.
Oh, man. That was the other thing that Bully was talking about today, the bastardization of moves. He goes, DDT should never be kicked out of.
Nope. I agree.
He goes, they used to tell me that. They go, hey, I'm going to hit you DDT. He goes, oh, and then the match is over? Well, no, you're going to kick out. No, I'm not.
Why would I do that?
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
You hit DDT on me, the match is over.
If you hit a finisher, it's a finisher.
Yeah.
Like, that's a Vince thing.
It doesn't matter.
Now.
It doesn't matter who it belongs to.
Because if we don't do a kick out for so long, it'll be like the first time when I think it was Austin that kicked out of the rock bottom. Okay? We shit our fucking pants.
Now
we went nuts. Now you expect multiple kickouts.
Yeah.
It's like you just want them to spam finishers until it's over, you know. And in some matches like Goldberg, Brock Lesnar, like, okay.
Yeah.
What else are they gonna do?
Yeah, really.
But anyway, so ultimately, fuck Goldberg. Like, let it go, man. Just let it go.
Yeah, dude.
Just fucking.
You start to sound like Bret Hart.
Exactly. Also, Bret Hart, let it go.
Let it go.
I fucking love you, man. But
that's why I'm like,
go.
I was watching Punk's interview. I'm like, maybe you love Bret a little too much, man. You're following too closely in those footsteps.
Yeah, exactly. Like, because like Bret was one of those guys that was like, no, I can't lose because I'm the excellence of execution. And you're like, you also could lose.
You could lose
because
I hear you.
It's fake.
I hear you. You are the excellence of execution.
like if this was real, if this was fucking real, right? Like if this was real shit, guys like Rick Rude would be on top of the fucking card,
right?
Because Rick Rude. Backstage stories, they're like, no, that guy was fucking strong.
Yeah.
I watched that guy knock a guy out with a hand slap. Like, he just open palm. No, he didn't knock him out. He broke his jaw. And it's like,
oh man, Rude.
Just what? Like, no. Okay, like Haku would be another one that, like, would just be like, no, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Yeah,
you know, the Big Show is another one. Like, unless you got really lucky and you got his knees before he got his hands on you, you're fucking dead.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
it's fake. Like, it's like Vince and Shane McMahon booking themselves to win and then talking like they're the hardest guys in the room. And it's like, it's good that you guys do a lot of steroids and you lift a lot of weights. Okay. I'm not going to take anything away from that because that's a lot of work.
Yeah.
But that doesn't make you as hard as these guys. Okay. Like, I look at Jericho, I think he's a more harder guy than a lot of these guys because he's willing to stand up. Like, he was going to fight Goldberg. He said himself he would have got destroyed.
Yeah,
he's lucky
losing battle.
He's lucky that he got him in a face lock, and Goldberg was like, I don't know what to do. So they just kind of sat there until they calmed down, and that was it. But like Goldberg or Jericho's book was like, I would have got destroyed. Like, I absolutely got destroyed. But anyway,
Hands down.
okay. All right.
Hands down.
That's wrestling predictions.
That's our wrestling chat. We got 4 viewers on. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Let us know in the comments your own WrestleMania predictions. We're going to hop into Ghostbusters Frozen Empire now.
Or wrestlers that you like, dislike, anything. Anything at all that you feel like sharing, unless it's porn related. Don't do that.
Not here anyways.
Yeah, we're not shaming. It's just there might be at some point kids looking at this stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Ghostbusters.
Inspect. Man, I can't talk tonight. Inspect.
It happens.
Expect spoilers.
Expect spoilers.
Inspect the spoilers, please.
But we're trying to keep it to a minimum.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So first and foremost, budget $100 million. Unfortunately, the box office is $112.2 million.
Oh, it did pass the 100 mark, yeah?
It did. Okay. And now, just to clarify, because we talked about this yesterday, the budget for Afterlife, $75 million. They made 204. So actually, with their multiplier, I don't think that's profitable either.
No, it was profitable.
It had to have been.
We wouldn't have had a sequel otherwise.
Yeah.
There's too much competition right now.
187.5 is
they should have pushed this to the fall, October time or something.
Yep.
Kind of having to come out in between Dune and Kong and Godzilla was
stupid. No, especially between those two movies.
Yeah, giants.
Like, holy shit. And we'll talk about it, but I'll say it right now. I did not think that they were going to get close to being profitable by the end of this week. Like they will probably meet the profitability mark and exceed it by the end of this weekend. Yep. That's crazy.
100%.
Especially because of the marketing. Okay. All right. So, directed by Gil Kenan.
Yeah. Directed Monster House, my favorite cartoon.
Yep. Also worked with Jason Reitman on the previous movie. Mm-hmm. Written by Gil Kenan and Jason Reitman. Based on Ghostbusters by Dan Aykroyd and Harold Ramis. Strangely enough, produced by Ivan Reitman, Jason Reitman, and Jason Blumenfeld. And we'll go to the cast here. It's basically just returning cast members.
Yeah.
Gary Gruberson, Paul Rudd. Callie Spengler,
love that name.
Carrie Coon. Yeah, I know. I love it too. I also love that he is the new Venkman character.
Yeah.
Without the sleazy slimeball shit.
Yeah, exactly.
But to be fair, Murray does sleazy slimeball so good.
So
Scrooge? Have you ever watched Scrooge?
Oh, yeah. Who has watched Scrooge? Everyone's watched Scrooge.
Christmas classic, that one. Okay. Yeah. Trevor Spengler, the son of Callie Spengler, Finn Wolfhard. Phoebe Spengler, the daughter of Callie Spengler. McKenna Grace. And James was funny. He was like, I saw McKenna Grace, and she looks so different. And I was like, yeah. But I'm familiar with
glasses
work,
can do that, yeah.
Yeah. So then we got Nadeem Razmati, played by Kumail Nanjiani.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking hilarious.
Oh, it's so funny.
Fucking hilarious.
So funny.
Holy shit. It's a shame that he won't be in the next movie. There won't be a next movie. But if there was, he would be in it. But he should, because he's fucking funny. Anyway, Dr. Hubert Wartsky, Patton Oswalt. Which, you know what? I love Patton Oswalt. So when he shows up, I'm like, yes.
Yep.
Okay. Lucky Domingo, Celeste O'Connor, podcast, Logan Kim.
Yeah, love that kid.
Melody, Emily Ellen Lind. Great character. I loved her character. I thought that was awesome. Mm-hmm. Dr. Lars Pinfield, James Acaster, and then, of course, we've got Dr. Peter Venkman, Bill Murray, Dr. Ray Stantz, Dan Aykroyd, Winston Zedmore, Ernie Hudson, who, for the record, like, just so we're clear here, 78 fucking years old.
Jacked.
He
with a full head of hair.
He's the same age.
With a sick mustache.
As Donald Trump. Okay.
But he's black, and it's very well known that black don't crack.
That's fair. That is fair.
I mean,
but also racist. That is fair, but also racist.
It is racist, but let's be honest.
I've said it before. I've said like Asian
Samuel L. Jackson in the 70s too.
Yeah. I can't get over how good Ernie Hudson.
White people
Ernie
age horribly.
Hudson, well, it depends. But Ernie Hudson looks incredible. Well,
I'm well on my way to aging horribly. I can tell you right now.
Dan Aykroyd doesn't look that bad. Like, yeah, he's a little bit overweight, but he's been like that.
He doesn't look that bad.
Chubby style for his entire career.
He's probably got hair plugs.
Probably has hair plugs, but that's
Ernie
okay.
Hudson's all
That's
natural.
fine. Yeah, it's just
He's a sexy beast.
just touch a gray, like Reed Richards gray,
right?
And I was like,
damn it, cast Ernie Hudson as Reed Richards. We're
Yeah.
going 100 years older than the
well, you might as well
Storm
considering
anyway.
the shape he's in. Like, anyway, okay, all right. I might be a little bi for Winston Zedmore.
Jesus, man.
Janine Milnitz, played by Annie Potts, and Mayor Walter Peck, played by William Atherton. Speaking of aging, this guy's not aging well.
I'm surprised he's still alive. Has he done anything since Ghostbusters 2?
And he's 76.
Well, yeah, he would be. I guess they're all in their 70s.
He's had to have done stuff since then.
They're all well in their 70s now.
Well, yeah, I was just going to say, yeah. No, he's done, mostly TV from the looks of it.
Yeah, I see that.
It
was cool to see him back, though.
Cleaning Up the Town, Remembering Ghostbusters, documentary film, Low Life's Clinical, Gin. He's been in a bunch of things. Jersey Shore Shark Attack.
But he never thought he'd be in a theatrical film
no
again.
idea that was a thing, but
it is.
God damn. Okay, all right. So this pretty much picks up where the first one left off, where the Ghostbusters are back in New York. They're back in the classic Ghostbusters headquarters.
Yep.
And they're fighting ghosts.
Yep.
Ghosts are everywhere, and they're fighting them, and man.
Boston feels good.
God damn, does this feel good?
You know what? I loved watching just seeing them go out on regular missions.
On patrol.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
Like, that was the coolest thing, to just see them going and having a day.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Catching a ghost here and there. And, as original Ghostbuster fans, this is everything I wanted.
Oh, me too.
Everything.
Me too.
I know a lot of people are not liking it, and I get it, but
it's the placement of the movie. I agree.
The perfect
with you.
blend of the original Ghostbusters film and the real Ghostbusters.
And also, like, I think it takes the stuff that worked with Afterlife.
Yeah.
And then brought it over.
Yes.
Okay, because like all the characters, I never had
everything worked in Afterlife.
Yeah, and Afterlife is surprising because you think Ghostbusters, you think New York. You immediately think New York. So when they said, okay, well, it's Ghostbusters, but we're doing it in like middle America, my first thought was, I don't know. And also because, I mean, the last Ghostbusters movie was the 2020, or not the 2020, the 2016 reboot.
Yep.
Which, I mean,
that movie would have been way better if they simply just had to continue on from the originals instead of rebooting it.
Or call it something else.
Yeah.
Like,
very simply just
like
continue on.
It's like, do something like R.I.P.D., but like better. Because that's another shit movie.
Oh, that was so bad.
I didn't even watch it, but I saw the trailer and I was
You didn't watch it?
No, I'm never.
I watched it.
I'm never going to watch it. I'll tell you why I'm never going to watch it.
What?
I already watched Men in Black 3 times, okay? 3 different movies.
Yeah, it's pretty much
I loved all of them. I watched that trailer and I went, oh, okay, so it's Men in Black for dead people.
Yeah.
I don't care.
It was a Jeff Bridges paycheck movie.
And Ryan Reynolds, too.
And Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah. And it's like, they're both doing the same thing. Like, he's playing Western dude, and he's playing Ryan Reynolds. And good for them.
It's shitty.
But God, it was such a shit. There's no way I was watching that movie. Anyway. Okay.
Yeah.
So, but I watched Afterlife. I fell in love with Afterlife. Afterlife was amazing.
Me too.
But Afterlife, like, okay, so the complaints were Afterlife was nostalgia. Nostalgia bait. Yeah, 100% it was. Yeah. Okay? 100%. I will freely say that.
This is the first time we've seen the original Ghostbusters since '89.
But I'll say this: I like that they gave us an opportunity to say goodbye to Egon Spengler.
Oh.
You know, like.
No, I rewatched before Frozen Empire, and I cried again.
There's no way I cannot cry at that scene because it's just wow. But what they've done now is they've fused, like you said, they fused the original Ghostbusters with the new Ghostbusters, the Afterlife cast. And it worked so fucking well.
Oh, it's amazing.
Everyone is great in this movie. There's not one person where I'm like, you stick out like a sore thumb. All of it's great. I watched one of the complaints was that it spent, like, you don't even see the bad guy until the last, like, 20 minutes of the movie. And I was like, Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay with that.
That didn't bug me at all.
Everything was the build up towards it, and then the eventual reveal.
You didn't see the bad guy till the last 20 minutes? You didn't say, have you watched any of the original Ghostbusters?
Yeah.
Or even Afterlife?
Yeah.
Last 20 minutes for all of them.
I don't remember seeing Gozer in the first 20 minutes.
Vigo has maybe 10 minutes in Ghostbusters too.
Well, he's
maybe.
a painting. He's a painting for the entire fucking film. So you're right. Like, I was just like, ugh. I will say though, I heard a rumor that the boss, like the bad guy, was going to be Vigo, and I was like, no, don't do that. Like, Gozer was great. Gozer was great. Perfect. But you can't do that for every movie.
No.
And I'm glad that they went new. This Caracas was awesome looking.
I'm surprised. I'm assuming Gozer is released again.
I heard that the answer is no.
Okay.
Ultimately, no, because of the parameters of Gozer. Gozer comes back every couple of years.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So Gozer didn't make it out. Apparently.
I love this film, man.
This was such a good film.
I haven't stopped thinking about it.
This is such a... Oh, man, I keep going back to this, too. And I really enjoyed Godzilla X Kong. So dumb. Just put the ampersand in there.
Elon Musk was a producer on the film.
Like, fuck, man. But anyway, I loved that movie. But I have to say, Ghostbusters Frozen Empire is better. Like, I liked it more than this one. And it wasn't... And I enjoyed them both. That one I just loved more because it felt so much like a Ghostbusters movie.
Yeah.
But it was in New York.
Yeah.
And we were expanding the lore. Like, it was literally the Ghostbusters Corporation.
Mm-hmm.
And we got to see, like, a new containment unit. We got to see new, like, scientists. They're trying new things. They have other ghosts in containment.
New creatures. Like, oh, yeah. Like, the lore is wide open now.
Oh, man.
Wide open.
And I keep saying this, but Caracas looked so fucking cool.
Looked damn awesome.
And when he put the horns on and it mimicked stop motion.
Oh, yeah. When they did the stop motion. I wasn't expecting it. And
I wasn't expecting it. I was like, thank you so much, you fuckers. Like, that. And it was like cricking, and it was sounding like bones are breaking while he's getting set into his final form. But it all was jerky, stop motion-esque. I was like, this is awesome. And like we talked about, it was bordering on scary.
Oh yeah. Oh, it was scary.
Perfect.
It's scary, and I really, honestly felt the stakes in this.
Yes,
like
exactly.
Multiple times, I was like, "Oh, she's gonna die. Oh, he's gonna die. Oh, she's gonna die."
Oh, yeah. I thought people were gonna. I thought Ray Stantz was gonna die for sure. I thought for sure he was gonna die. I'm so glad nobody died.
Oh.
Yes, the plot is a little bit predictable. We're talking spoilers. We're not going to spoil too much because we've been getting better at that. I've been noticing. We will spoil some things, but we don't.
It's hard because sometimes you just want to dive in. But I mean,
but like,
I'm doing my best to. And we've talked about the movie outside of this already, so I have it out of my system.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, yes, some of the plot is predictable.
Yeah.
Okay. Like spoilers, they win.
What?
Sorry to do that. They saved the day.
Yeah, well,
you know. But like, and even the setup for well, obviously we're not going to get a third movie out of it.
I'm. You know what?
Maybe. But I really, really hope so.
I'd even be down with a TV series.
But apparently, there's a cartoon coming out. I know. I know. I was like, this is, you know. Man. So I'm like, you know what? If I can't get a movie, give me a cartoon.
Give me something.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Give me something. I need more Ghostbusters.
I'll take it.
You guys can't do this to me.
Now I kind of want to see another Ghostbusters game with the ghostbusting mechanics of the old games.
Yeah.
Which I still haven't played, by the way.
No?
No, I haven't. I know. Actually, I shouldn't say that. Good. I have played it, but not like where I can play it to beat it, right? Like I played it at a friend's place.
Okay.
But I'm familiar with the mechanics.
Yeah.
And even just how they make it like you actually have to fight to get these things in the trap. But even the updates to the traps were cool. Like we had drone traps, which I thought was awesome.
Drone trap was awesome.
As soon as I saw it, I was like, well, yeah, of course you're going to have drone traps, you know? Proton packs, everything was great. Like,
if I have one issue with this movie, one very small issue, I wish we could have seen a little more Frozen New York.
Oh, I agree.
Especially when it's called Frozen Empire, and it goes right to the firehouse for the final battle. You don't get to see more of New York, and they cut scenes because I remember the trailer showed Paul Rudd, like the whole family with the jackets on up on a rooftop, and none of that was in the final movie.
No, that's right. That's right. And I agree. I agree 100%. I wish we would have had more Frozen New York, just to raise the stakes a little bit more.
Yeah.
Because, like, I mean, yes, I spoiled that they win, but it is fairly quick.
Yeah.
It's fairly quick how they win. So I think it would have been nice to have a little bit more of that. So I agree to build sort of the tension. But even
they could have instead of what was the bad guy's name again?
Garacus. Yes.
Instead of having him just come to the firehouse, they could have went out in the car and baited him to the firehouse.
Yeah. Yeah, I do
showed
like
us more of the Frozen City.
Yeah, I do like that. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. No, I like that. I think that's great. But they wouldn't need, the only thing is they wouldn't need to bait him because he already wanted to go there.
Yeah.
That's where he wanted to go. Yeah. So, but I get what you're saying. Something that
I would have liked to see a little bit more.
Yeah.
And
I agree.
And again, this was my same issue with Godzilla X Kong. I know that the things I'm asking for is raising the budget up millions more dollars.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's the problem.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Holy shit. Like,
but I totally agree. Like, it was.
Oh, hey, Jared.
Hey, Jared.
I may be on an island here, but I really don't mind spoilers. I think people are too sensitive to it.
Okay. Well, that's fair. The only reason why
You're on that island alone, buddy.
The only reason I'm trying to limit it so much is mainly because for me, movies are an experience. Mm-hmm. You know, and even if I can pinpoint or I think I can pick apart the story, like I can figure out like well, the one plot point is blatantly obvious.
Yeah.
You know, when she meets the other ghost, right? When what's her name? Phoebe?
I want to say Tiff or something.
Phoebe meets the other ghost, Melody. Okay.
Yeah.
You
knew where it was going.
Yeah, you knew where it was going to go.
You know, because she's crushing on her.
But I spent the whole time kind of hoping that it didn't. But anyway, but it did go the way I want. So, but like I was saying, I'm looking at it more like an experience. So I don't want to rob people of that experience.
Yeah.
For the most part. When I remember.
Yeah, when I remember. Sometimes.
Because
it slips.
I'm one of those guys that's human. And sometimes I'll get thick of it and I'll be just like, blah, 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 blah.
Sometimes we spoil more than one movie in our reviews.
Yeah.
That's happened a couple times.
Sometimes I look at it like it depends on when, like if it's a 20-year-old movie and you haven't seen it, okay.
Yeah. These just came out. So
these are fresh.
A little different.
Like we watched them within a week, within 2 weeks of each other. So really.
Obviously you're going to know Ghostbusters are going to win. Oh, over here, Godzilla and Kong are going to win. Everybody knows the endings.
Yeah.
You know,
it's the journey.
Garacus murders them all and wears a necklace.
I mean, yes, that's spoiling that like nobody dies, but maybe some of them do, and I'm just saying that. But nobody dies.
Or your husband don't die. You can't kill that body.
But man, I just really enjoyed the movie, and it's everything that I wanted the 2016 reboot to be. Same with Afterlife. Yeah. Now, Afterlife, I would have liked more if it was set in New York because I feel that's an integral part. But they made it enough of a Ghostbusters movie that I was able to look past it, and it all made sense. Like it wasn't just we're gonna go here just for whatever reason, right? So like it was part of the story.
Yeah.
So that's fine.
Afterlife's a fantastic movie, and the only way to really top that was to bring it back to New York.
They had and also they ended it in New York.
And now they could go anywhere.
Oh, yeah.
We could have Ghostbusters in Japan.
Actually, that would be kind of cool to get like Japanese ghosts and
ghouls
and goblins.
Man,
that would be cool. Because I was just about to say like, but am I
Proton Swords?
Was it Men in Black International? I didn't even watch that.
No,
Men in Black International.
No, I also didn't watch that. You know why? Because it looked dumb.
Oh, it looked so. I was like, my argument.
Everybody really loved them in Thor Ragnarok. So,
but I also watched Men in Black 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
So,
and I'm pretty sure the third ended on a perfect note. It did.
Okay, 100%.
I'm happy.
So, But I mean, okay, like, don't get me wrong. Kudos for them for trying to push the franchise without those characters, because
Yeah.
I mean, you have to think beyond those characters at some
Yes.
point.
Yeah.
But I also agree that it was lazy, where they were just like, remember these guys from those Marvel movies you like? You get to see them in a franchise you also liked. That is a complete same,
Yeah.
but also different.
Package deal, right?
You know, like, I guess if they would have done a little bit more, like in the comic books, it's not just aliens.
Yeah.
They also looked at it was supernatural, paranormal. So maybe that could have been, they could have done that branch.
Basically,
but whatever.
X-Files, yeah.
Yeah, but whatever. I didn't see it, so it may have been good, but I doubt it was, because it was in and out in a flash.
Yeah.
But yeah, this movie was so good. I loved every second
Yeah,
of this movie.
Frozen Empire is fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, if you are a true Ghostbusters fan, you should enjoy it.
Yeah, if you're not
if
a
you're
true
just a regular
Ghostbusters fan,
moviegoer, I mean, it's hard to say.
You might.
Taste or taste, but
yeah.
Yeah, I don't see any reason why someone who loves the Ghostbusters won't love this.
Oh
movie.
yeah, no, exactly. It is a Ghostbusters movie through and through.
Mhm.
At no point in time did I not think it was a Ghostbusters movie. The nostalgia stuff, they did it perfectly.
Oh yeah,
just little bits here and there where you're like, oh, hey, I love it, but it wasn't just like, okay,
Ooh,
I get it. Yeah, exactly. It's not like, okay, I get it. That was from the other movies.
Yeah.
And some people might watch it and go, okay, I get it. Like, that might be their reaction, but then this movie's not for you.
Yeah.
But
which is fine.
If you don't like I look at it like, if you like the first two Ghostbuster movies, or if you liked Afterlife, there's no reason why you wouldn't like this.
Yeah.
If you only watched the 2016 version, probably not going to like this, because it's not the same.
Yeah. Especially if you watch that and you like that one.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, if you liked it, then this is not the movie for you.
No.
This is not, because that was more just gags, laughs.
Check out Bridesmaids.
Yeah. Watch Bridesmaids, because that's a better version of what she's doing. Also, check out Spy. That's another really good.
I actually did enjoy that.
Those two were great
together.
Don't
like Melissa McCarthy, but Jason Statham.
I like her, but I am sick of her in the movies. Like, I'm like, play something else, do something else.
It's the same thing.
And even though
the
she did essentially the same shtick in Spy.
Yeah.
It was still great.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
I also enjoyed
Bridesmaids.
I also enjoyed The Heat.
The Heat. Oh, that's with Sandra Bullock.
Yes.
Yes, that was also good.
Yes.
The other one with Jason Bateman was also good too.
Yeah, the identity theft, right?
That's right. Yeah.
She steals his identity.
yeah. That was actually, I remember really liking that. But that was at the cusp of her.
Yeah.
And then after a while, you're like, I get it. Okay. It's like Chris Farley, fat guy, I get it, but come on.
Yeah.
And like Chris Farley was like, I don't want to just be the fat guy, and I was like, I get it.
Fortunately, he never got past that point.
No.
She has her opportunity.
Yeah, but I think now she's done enough different things.
Yeah.
I think she's done enough where, like, you don't know which McCarthy you're getting. And that's perfect. Like, that's perfect. Exactly where she should be. Good for her.
She does her movie, and then she goes back to her van down by the river.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. So that's it for me.
That's it. That's
fucking
Ghostbusters.
amazing. I love the movie.
Yeah, I absolutely love the movie. All right.
I knew this was going to be a long one, but we tried our best.
We're trying. We're trimming it. We made up time that time.
Oh yeah, I know.
Which is good because we went over the other one.
Oh yeah, we did.
But hey, I'm happy.
Okay, all right. Godzilla X Kong, the Hidden Empire.
The New Empire.
Oh, the New Empire. Sorry, I keep saying the Hidden Empire.
Makes more sense.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
So right out of the gates, budget $135 million. As of today, it is sitting at $209.7 million.
After a weekend and a couple days.
Yeah, like
ridiculous.
Wow. Ridiculous. So just to put that into perspective, they have to make $337.50 million.
No problem.
So
they got it. They'll have it by the end of next weekend.
So it's a no-brainer. I guarantee you we'll be seeing a third movie or fourth movie from this.
Yep.
I guess technically it's third. Because it would be...
Fifth.
Yeah, I know it's the same Godzilla all the way through, but this is stylistically different from Godzilla and then Godzilla King of Monsters. There's so much neon since Weingard got in.
Oh, yeah.
You can't tell me.
I love it. I can't wait to see him do Thundercat.
Soundtrack.
Oh, I can't.
He's doing sound. Oh my god.
Yeah, he's Thundercat.
Oh my god. Oh,
He's signed on the Thundercat.
Oh, okay.
He's also signed on the Face Off too.
What the? Just remake the movie. Don't do a sequel. Just remake the movie. That's so dumb. Just remake the movie. And even then, don't remake the movie because the original is so bonkers and awesome that you should.
Yeah. Don't remake it. I'd rather have a sequel than a remake.
Maybe just don't do a sequel.
Oh man!
Don't stop doing this where you go like, boom, okay, and boom. All right, so Face Off 2. That's what we're gonna do. Because next year it's gonna be like, boom, boom. What about Broken Arrow 2? It's been
yeah,
and no.
Christian Slater's aging good for a white guy.
Yeah, but anyway. Okay,
right.
So cast. A lot of returners. Some new people.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Eileen Andrews, played again by Rebecca Hall. Bernie Hayes, played again by Brian Tyree Henry, who's amazing in this movie.
Oh yeah.
Trapper was a new addition. Loved him. Awesome. Dan Stevens.
Yes.
Gia returning. Kaylee Hoddle. Mikhail Alex Ferns. I don't know who that is. I think I do know actually. Mikhail. Yeah. So he's new.
Yeah.
He's new. Iwi Queen, obviously new.
Mikhail, yeah.
Ballot Chin.
Yeah, that was President's Choice Russell Crowe.
That's right. Which is a fucking great line. Hampton, played by Rachel House. Harris, played by Ron Smick. Jane, Chantel Jamieson. A lot of people is just there. So on and so forth. Okay. All right. So first and foremost, James said it the best. The previews for this do not do this movie justice.
No.
Also, the early reviews of this did not do this movie justice because they make it sound like this is just brainless action fun, and it is.
Mm-hmm.
But the story behind it is actually really good. It's a really good story. Good.
For the monsters and the humans.
Yeah, exactly. Like everyone gets a nice beat.
Yep.
But if you're a Godzilla fan, this is more of a Kong movie than anything.
Which you should be okay with considering he's had a TV show and 2 movies in the last 3 months.
Who, Kong?
Godzilla.
Oh, Godzilla. Yeah, but it's not this Godzilla.
It is.
It is?
Well, the Monarch show was.
Oh, right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which I haven't seen. I didn't know Godzilla was in the Monarch show.
It's so good, man.
That's all I've been hearing. They apparently have a second season.
Yeah.
Kurt
Russell's fucking awesome.
It's Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell and Giant Monsters? Yeah, thank you.
Isn't it also his son, too?
Yeah, White's in it, too.
Yeah, he plays like a younger version of him. Yeah. Which I thought was really good. I saw an interview with them, and he outs his dad for watching his own shit.
Yeah.
And it was the funniest fucking thing.
Oh, man, it was actually really cute. Because Kurt was like, oh, probably didn't kiss him on the cheek or something too. I was like, this is such a great interview.
It was great. Yeah. So I'll say I was going into this movie thinking, okay, like I even said to Michelle before I left, she's like, so you're seeing this movie? And I was like, yeah, and she doesn't remember watching any of them except for the last one. So she remembers Godzilla versus Kong. But kinda. She's like, and she's like, the Asian girl was in it. I was like, yeah, okay. So they find more giant apes.
Mm-hmm.
And there's another like giant Godzilla type character. I literally was like, I don't know. It doesn't sound like it's gonna be that good. The reviews are apparently not that good. And then within minutes, I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh yeah.
What the fuck? Like this is already like I want to watch this whole movie. I want to watch every inch of this.
It's insane.
Oh man.
I love this Kong.
Oh man, this Kong was the standout.
Kong is so good in this. His expressions. Everything. Like, they go like probably 10 minutes at a time with scenes where it's just apes.
No dialogue.
And
that's what I'm saying.
You know what they're saying. You know what they're feeling.
You get the whole context of what they're saying, what they're just by body language, by facial expressions, and just by general context of the scene. and it was great. I was like, man, that's awesome. The introduction of like Trapper's an awesome character.
Oh yeah,
I was like, what is going on?
funny.
And I also liked how they fought the urge to, sorry guys, spoilers, to actually pair them up at the end.
Yeah,
they hint at it heavily, they infer, but they don't actually give you that. So third movie, obviously.
third movie, yeah,
It's
happening.
They'll be banging in the third movie.
Yeah, we're talking about Godzilla and Kong.
Yeah.
They'll be banging.
Yeah, because that's not weird enough. But anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, whatever. What's interspecies? It's love, right? Love is love.
Hairy lizards. What's not to love?
Hairy lizards. That's how dinosaurs happened. That's how dinosaurs really happened.
Just like that.
Just like that. But okay, so oh man, where do I say? Okay, well, first I'm gonna say the soundtrack right out of the gates totally sold me. But then again, for 80s kids,
Yep.
growing up on 80s synth pop and stuff like that, like
oh, everything
man.
was so good, and he touched on the synth pop too in Godzilla versus Kong, because I remember going, the music's so good in this.
I know,
like he cranked it way up in this,
dialed it right up to 11.
Way up.
Some people.
So not only is the score incredible, but the actual soundtrack is incredible. Like,
exactly.
The songs they chose, the scenes they chose them for. Holy shit!
So good, like just and
it's a rocket
perfectly
soundtrack.
Set the mood for each of these scenes that it hits. I was just like, I can't get over this. The shots, the visual shots they were doing.
Yep.
Like the initial shot where you're seeing it, and then it's rotating around, and then while you're reorienting yourself with this, now you're focusing on Kong, and he's getting chased, and you're like, what the fuck is happening?
Yep.
And it's fucking great. Like it's just fucking great.
It's just
like I absolutely loved this movie. And
so fun.
I mean, the only reason why I'm edging out Frozen Empire was just I don't know. It resonated with me more. I just loved it.
It felt
more.
like even though it was familiar, it was new. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, exactly.
It really felt like a live action Real Ghostbusters episode.
That's right.
And that really, as you know, like we grew up on that.
Oh yeah.
It really connected with me. This so freaking good. But again, we've seen it before. This is just all dialed up higher.
Exactly.
There's no disliking. I love it.
No, it's like James. It was like it kind of reminded him of a Marvel movie, and I was like, actually, yes, very much so.
Yeah.
But like one of the better Marvel movies.
Yeah, one of the better ones. Yeah.
Like this isn't the Eternals.
We're talking like Marvel's movies prior to Endgame.
I'm saying like in that Civil War.
Yeah.
Like
the golden years.
Yeah. When you can say like, oh, I watched Captain America, and then people would be like, oh, okay, but was it good? Yeah, I liked it. As opposed to, what'd you see? I just saw Marvels. Oh, that one, the dumpster fire of a movie? Well, yeah, I mean, there was parts that were good. Brie Larson's great as Captain Marvel.
It's better than the Eternals.
Yeah. Although, it was also better than Love and Thunder. Love and Thunder is like, for me, the new metric. Christian Bale was great, but he could not save that movie. Mm-hmm. Natalie Portman, great. The two of them together could not save that movie. Mm-hmm. It was the worst. Mm-hmm. The worst for me. It's so bad, it actually makes me like Ragnarok. That's how bad that fucking movie was. Oh, it makes me so mad.
Yeah.
But anyway, so getting back to it, it's interesting. The world is interesting, where they're basically just kind of, like I said, this 10 years of Godzilla being on this earth, and they're still reacting to him like, oh, let's fire bullets from our airplanes, like our fighter pilots and fighter planes and stuff like that. And you're just like, if it has never killed him before, why do it now? And also, he just fucking killed a giant crustacean. Which was awesome.
Which is great.
It was awesome.
I loved your joke too about getting a whole bunch of butter. Or
a whole bunch of butter and garlic for this dumb bitch, because he's gonna be hungry.
Yummy.
Yeah, but like, but it's like, why would you poke the bear? Like, yes, I agree.
Humans are stupid.
I agree. Just him strolling around causes countless destruction and deaths.
Yeah,
and they don't talk about the random casual deaths that Godzilla causes.
When he took out the 3 bridges, I was like, well, that's like 200 people dead.
Yeah, 200 people at least.
Yeah.
At least 200 people
At least.
dead. And he's just casually swimming.
Yeah.
You know, but of course, in the 10 years, they haven't said, well, maybe we should raise our bridges up a bit. Or maybe we should figure out like a tunnel system or something.
Something.
You know, I love the part where you're like, I don't know why the fuck people still go to bridges.
Yeah.
Or to beaches, sorry.
The beaches.
And I was like, yeah, you're right. Then of course, you're like, well, like I thought about it. It's like, at some point, you just have to live. You're like, well, I'm either going to die in my apartment building by a random Godzilla tail or Kong or a fucking giant Titan.
Yep.
Because that's a thing. Or I could be at the beach. And if you're a beach person, you're going to pick the beach.
Beaches have sharks and people still go. So
exactly.
Yeah, giant monsters.
I'm not
what's
a
the big
beach
deal?
guy.
Yeah.
But, but I get it.
At least those guys will eat you in one bite. You know, a shark's going to take a few and it's going to hurt.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, they want to live their life. But it seems like the monarch and the respective governments of the world have done nothing to try and make things any easier for the people that live on this fucking earth.
Yeah.
That was the only thing that kept coming back to me because I was like, you have all this crazy tech to fly around Hollow Earth.
Yeah.
And set up outposts and all this shit, but you can't set up a barrier at least, or try to have a barrier.
Yeah. Something.
Or something.
I mean, Rio de Janeiro is extinct now. Can we not put some kind of sphere over top of it?
But we do get awesome visuals, and the cutest thing and I never thought I'd say this. I never thought I would say cute in Godzilla.
Yeah.
Okay, but Godzilla curling up in the Colosseum in Italy to sleep after he ate the fucking crustacean.
Yep.
That's cute. That's cute as fuck. And then it's like, well, he's sleeping, and they're like, okay, well, cool. That'll buy us a couple of hours.
Yeah.
Of course, the Italian government's like, oh, get out of the Colosseum. And it's like, well, you tell them.
Yeah. Maybe you shouldn't make it look so inviting. It's a big nest.
I mean, obviously, there's a segment where Godzilla and Kong fight, and I loved it because the fight starts with Kong being like, no, don't do this. You don't understand. You don't understand. Yeah, whoa. And then of course like, they fight because that was the thing.
We get a better spear than Goldberg's ever given. Through a fucking pyramid.
Hell yeah. That was a great spear though. That was a great spear. And of course we've got Kong with his robot arm. I don't want to spoil how he got it because it's in the trailer. But he gets one. And he pounds the shit out of Godzilla.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Oh, it was awesome. He just fucking hammered him, and then finally he's just like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. The introduction of the new characters, at first I was kind of eye-rolling, but when I watched it, I was like, no, this is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
This makes perfect sense. And the Scar King was great.
Scar King, he's creepy too.
Oh!
Like when he comes and he looks at Kong for the first time, and kind of like, ugh.
Just kind of slinked in, like all gross. And when you said like it reminded you of Scar from the Lion King, I was like, yep.
Yeah.
Just that
all
gross.
Like, all the fire around him and everything.
And the visuals were incredible. Like, man, ultimately it's a super fun movie, but the story behind it was great. Like I'm literally like, if you liked if you liked Kong or Godzilla versus Kong, you're gonna like this movie.
Oh, you're gonna love it.
There's no way you're not.
Yeah.
And also, like, if you're one of the lucky ones that got to see Godzilla -1, this is an entirely different movie.
Oh yeah.
Do not go into this comparing it. They're two different movies.
That's the problem, man. Like casual filmgoers are gonna get confused. Like, what? Wait.
They might,
but maybe not either, because it's not like -1 played everywhere.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
So.
But like, I mean, it's fucking great that we get two different versions of Godzilla. We get your thinking,
we're eating good, man.
Thought-provoking, like super message.
Yeah.
We ultimately have a message in this one, but it's a generic message that we've seen a million times across countless movie styles.
Yes.
Okay. So that part of the plot, actually, the plot in general is pretty by the numbers, pretty predictable. There's enough surprises that I'm not going to spoil at all that we both were like, holy fuck, what? Like, oh man, like, oh, and special effects are great. Like, this is a fairly low budget for a movie.
Yeah, this is less than the last movie.
And for a movie like that looks like this, like, this looked incredible.
Yeah.
Like, the lava scenes, the fire scenes, like subterranean section looked incredible, but also looked different, just different enough.
Yeah,
from the
just a little
Hollow
different.
Earth.
Yep.
And then Earth looked awesome, and the fight scenes, and even though there's still some neon, not as much because it's during the day, but there's still some neon. The fight scenes were awesome, epic. But I also like the little tweak with Shimu.
Yeah.
Because they make you think that Shimu is just as bad, if not badder, than the Scar King. And then you find out she isn't. I guess it's a she. I'm not quite sure.
It's a she.
It's a she.
It's a she.
So
she's cute.
But then you find out she isn't.
Yeah.
She's a prisoner.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was just awesome. So good. So good. The fight scenes were awesome. The special effects were incredible. The score was incredible. The soundtrack was incredible.
This might be the best month of movies in a long time.
Everybody in it was great. I mean, we got more story from what's her face? Gianna?
Yeah.
We got more of her story.
I love her story.
Oh, it was so good.
Oh man, it's so hard not to spoil that part.
Yeah. Yeah. But still, so good.
And
like I said, Trapper was awesome.
Trapper's
greatest introduction too. The longest time.
Yeah.
Like
I
that's
love
one of the
Dan
best
Stevens.
ones.
Dan Stevens is awesome. And him and Adam Wingard, they've got a working relationship for quite a bit of years. So.
He looked familiar and I couldn't place him.
He was on Legion, the X-Men show.
Oh, that's why I didn't watch that.
Yeah, but he was also on The Guest that Adam Wingard directed, which is such a good movie with Micah Monroe.
Oh, he was also at Night at the Museum, Secret of the Tomb.
I don't recall that.
He was also the Beast in Beauty and the Beast.
He was in that movie. Yes, he was.
Eurovision Song Contest. The story of fire.
Ah, yes. I forgot. Yeah.
I was like,
I forgot he was in that.
All these other things, but I'm like, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. And that's
Eurovision.
what it was. That's what it was.
Yeah. Oh man, I forgot he was in that. He's funny. He's a funny dude.
But
I love the Ace Ventura joke against him in this.
That was so great.
Yeah.
But I also I love just his character in general.
Yeah.
Where it was just like, okay, cool, whatever. You made your little joke.
Yeah.
Whatever.
No, I loved his character.
Just water off a
like
duck's
when he's
back.
talking to that
Mikhail?
No, not Miguel.
Sorry.
Brian Tyree. What's his name?
Oh, right. I just closed out of it too.
Well, anyways, I loved it when he was talking to him because he's taking the footage of the tribe and everything.
Yeah.
It's just like, what are you gonna do with that?
Yeah.
And
that was like, such a great line when he's literally like, yeah.
That was it was actually a really important scene. It was just a really good scene.
I'm glad they put that in where he was just like, look, like you can.
How many outside tribes are still around after
human interference?
Yep.
And I was like, I mean, they didn't have to put that in. Bernie Hayes.
Okay.
They didn't have to put that in, but I'm glad that they did.
Yeah, me too. I really like that.
It rounds him out too. He's not just a carefree jokester who happens to be pretty good as a dentist / veterinarian, I guess.
Yeah.
He just also cares. He's human.
It's a good thing the glove was a right-handed one.
Gia. Yeah. Why? Are you assuming that Kong is right-handed?
No, because of the right hand issues. Well, when he goes against the glove, it just happened to be for a right hand.
Oh, right.
I think it wasn't a left-handed glove.
The prototype, coincidentally, the only thing that they made coincidentally was the right arm. You're right. Yeah. That's right. Although I thought we weren't going to touch upon that because we kind of spoiled.
Well, I didn't say. I said there was a right hand issue. I didn't say anything about it.
That's true. But overall,
lots of masturbation. Kong just can't be stopped.
That part's a little rough to get through.
Yeah, it is
rough to get through.
Oh, spoilers, sorry.
But like if you watched, I feel like if you watched Hereditary, then you're okay. You should be okay to get through the 20-minute sequence.
You've seen lots of graphic stuff involving heads in Hereditary, so.
Fuck, this movie was just so good.
It's amazing.
So good. I'm so glad I saw it in the theater. I'm so glad that that even though I went in with that mindset that it was just
maybe that helped having that mindset.
Maybe, yeah, like
even better.
Exactly. Like instead of coming in going thinking, oh yeah, because like I don't want to make it sound like this is high cinema.
Yeah.
Or like auteur camera work or anything like that. But this is a better popcorn flick than it's a better popcorn flick than it should be.
Yeah.
Right? Like they could have took the easy way out and just went, check this out, check this out, check this out, check this out, check this out. And if people go, well, why did that happen? They go, well, also this, check this out, right?
Yeah.
Instead, you go, well, everything happened for a reason. Yeah, that's that's a nice, coincidentally, but it's kind of like Ghostbusters, the Frozen Empire, where so they have their issues with the containment suit, like containment unit, but coincidentally, they were already working on a replacement one for it in Jersey.
Yeah.
But now you get to see the new digs, the corporation, you get to see all that. So it coincidentally, yes, but it also worked. Like not a lot of plot holes, I guess you could say, in this movie. I mean, I'm sure there is if you want to pick apart it, but I enjoyed the movie so much. I enjoyed it so much that I had no need.
No need.
And I mean, the runtime is actually not too bad either.
Just under 2 hours.
Just under.
Sometimes I complain about that, but it was paced so perfectly.
Oh yeah, no, it was
so perfectly.
And even the way it ended perfectly. Where I was just like, you know what? Yeah, like fucking rights. This is So yeah, so
both these movies are great entries in awesome franchises.
Yes,
and great stepping stones to awesome future.
Franchises. Oh yeah,
if they happen.
The only one that is not a guarantee is the Frozen Empire.
Right, which definitely could go further. This one, it's hard to say where this one would go. Kong's got his tribe, his family now, so is there any reason for him to...
But didn't you say that now he's King Kong because he beat King Scar? Or the Scar King, sorry. So now that's
officially King Kong.
Yeah, so that's good. I hope that it continues in the next one.
I hope so. I could see the next one be more of a Godzilla movie where he needs Kong's help.
And I think that might be where they go.
Yeah.
And like in terms of where they go, like isn't there like alien Godzilla type creatures?
Yeah. There's Space Godzilla. There's Biolente or whatever, that giant fucking.
That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah,
Biolente. I think
it's like a plant or something. What we got going on here? Space Godzilla. Hey Riley, what's Biolente? Is he a plant? He'll know. This guy's like a friggin' Godzilla encyclopedia. Space Godzilla.
Biolante. Monster dinosaur. Oh, that can't be right.
Yeah, he's a mutated rose. Thank you. I knew it.
Rose. Okay.
I knew it.
All right.
Okay.
Looks fucking crazy cool though.
Yeah. And ginormous. So I can't think of another villain where like
it would be interesting to see how they update that look.
Yeah.
Like that looks crazy. And so it's a mutated rose. How does it become mutated? Just because? Or should I watch the movie?
Godzilla peed on it. It mutates from there.
The best part is that you could be joking.
Yeah.
But you could also be telling the truth. And then it opens up a whole door where it's like, what? Where does he shit? Like, where does
he shit?
And does that also affect?
They never brought that up. How big is kaiju shit? I bet you there's mountains of kaiju shit all over the world.
Probably the main reason why the Italian government is just like, look, honestly, it's the Colosseum part is annoying. But he left like 3 giant piles of what I can only describe as skyscrapers of shit.
Yeah.
So if you guys could clean that up, that would be great.
He's just sleeping in the Coliseum, not using it as a toilet.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
I don't want to think about that anymore. Although, how funny was it with what's his face? Bernie was doing the podcast, and he immediately was doing the sale pitch for Gargantua.
Oh yeah,
Gargantua Insurance. God, the Titans may not care about you, but we do. That's the funniest thing ever. And also, you would think that there would be that.
There would
type
be
of
Titan insurance.
Yeah.
There would 100% would be. You should try selling that next time just to see what someone says. Let's sign up for a new Titan.
I've also I've thought about it too. Every once in a while, I think in real life, if superheroes were real,
there would be insurance.
But also, like, would they really be as cheered? You know what I mean? Because think about this, like the amount of just structural damage, right? Just all that. Like, sure, in some of the cases, like Superman helps with repairs, Flash helps with repairs, right? I'm sure Batman's writing checks like through, Wayne Enterprises and stuff like that.
But you're right.
That's all well and good.
There'd be a lot more Lex Luthors in the world.
But yeah, like, maybe not so much like the Homelander, like the boys version, but there wouldn't be like, hey, Superman, so nice to see you. It's more or less like, oh, Superman's here. What the fuck's going on?
Yeah.
Who the fuck is going on? Is it that giant robot with the green heart? Is it fucking Lex Luthor? Or is it the other super bizarro thing? I can't keep track.
Yeah.
Anyway, fuck you, Superman. You know? They can make a giant kaiju that eats kaiju turds. Ah, okay.
A rat kaiju, though.
Sorry?
A rat kaiju.
A rat kaiju. Oh, yeah, I missed that part. Yeah, giant rat kaiju, yeah.
That eats kaiju turds.
And there probably is, actually. I mean, the amount of kaiju that was in this movie just briefly.
Yeah.
It was, I mean, granted, I did get a little gripey about how the serpent that Kong fought looked very similar to Tiamat that Godzilla fought later on.
Both killed off screen.
Both killed off screen, and I agree with you. They shouldn't have been killed.
That was my only issue. Was like
they shouldn't have been killed off
too
screen.
many off screen monster fights going on here.
I mean, again, like you said, to make you happy, that's another like potentially 10, 15, 20 million.
Yes.
So, I'll take what I can get, especially when this was so fucking good. Like and you're right about the pacing, because I ended the movie going like, oh man, like I was like your dad, I was jazzed. I was like, that was so good. Like, it was a great feeling. And I want more, but I want more like in a separate movie. Yeah. I wasn't
I was happy.
I want 20 minutes more of this movie. I'm like, no, give me a whole new movie.
Yep.
So good. So I'm gonna end off my part with just saying, like, A, if you like the last movie, you will like this movie.
Yeah.
B, if you didn't like the last movie, you might still like this movie, but probably not. Overall, it was awesome. I enjoyed it. It's one of my favorite movies of the year, and this has been a great year for movies.
Dude,
like, holy shit.
Dude, great.
Holy shit.
March alone.
Yeah, just March alone is insane.
Dune Part 2. Check out our Camcast.
Yeah. Oh, and also check out Dune Part 2, because it's awesome. It's awesome.
Jared chimed in here.
Jared chimed in with, haven't you people ever heard of? Anyway.
Gotham has its own Batman-related insurance policy in canon. It's called Dark Knight.
that Oh, fuck, that's funny. That is fucking funny.
That was good.
Shit. But I mean, obviously, all those, like, if this was real, there would be like insurances in place and stuff like that, and you'd have certain premiums and whatever based on that. And of course, the closer you live to the center of Metropolis or Gotham, the higher the rates are going to be, because of course you're pretty much in the center, but still. But yeah, no, it's a great movie.
Two great movies.
Fuck.
I'm psyched for WrestleMania.
And like Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
Just is fucking batting it out of the park.
Legendary too, because Dune and this are both legendary.
Yeah. It's like bang, bang, bang. And last year they had a phenomenal year.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, Barbie was huge for them.
Yep.
Oppenheimer, was that them too?
No, that was Universal.
That was Universal. Yep. That's right. Okay.
Yep.
That would have been crazy. Oh, that's right. Yeah, because they wouldn't have released two of their own movies that close together.
Yeah. It would have been if Nolan was still with them.
Right. That's right. That's
Warner
right.
for years.
It's so funny that the hill he chose to die on with Warner Brothers was Tenet, and releasing it in the theaters during COVID.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I get because it is a movie to watch in the theater.
Mm.
But it's also one of his weakest movies.
Oh, 100%.
Like,
it is his weakest movie.
Yeah, actually, yeah. You know what? Yeah, I would have to agree. Yeah, because even like, I was gonna say like Insomniac, but I haven't seen Insomniac in a long time.
Oh,
but I can actually see myself rewatching Insomniac.
it's so good.
Whereas with Tenet, I tried twice.
Yeah.
I actually no, I watched it concurrently in 2 parts.
I did it once for a Camcast.
I couldn't do it all the way through.
I'm pretty sure that'll be the last time.
I don't think I've ever. I think about it from time to time, and I'm still just like I know the general plot, and I'm just like, what a weird way to get there.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
But anyway, so that's where I'm at.
That's Camcast 189. Thank you very much, everybody. Here we go. Number 190 coming up in a couple weeks. Edge of Tomorrow and Oblivion.
Woo!
Tom Cruise sci-fi double feature.
Tom Cruise sci-fi.
That'll be pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Pretty pumped for that one.
Science fiction from the Scientologist. That's weak, actually, guys. I'm sorry about that. I really am. Anyway, as always, you can see us on, of course, YouTube. You can see us on geekpantsmedia.com. You can see us on Facebook. You can see us on Instagram. And you can hear us on Apple and Google Podcasts. You can hear us on Audible. You can hear us on Spotify. And you can hear us on the SoundCloud.
The SoundCloud.
I like saying it. See, when you pointed that out,
I do like that.
I like
the
saying
SoundCloud.
it too, so
it sounds magical.
And they were one of the first to get on board with us. So
yeah,
actually, they were the first sound platform to get with us.
Yeah, it was our first. Our podcast was first on there, and
so kudos for them for getting it on the ground floor. And you guys, thank you so much for checking us out.
Thank you, everybody.
We love it.
Great episode.
We love the support. We love the comments.
Up to 5 people with us tonight.
I can't get over that. That's
love
incredible. I absolutely love it. You guys
keep
are
coming.
awesome. Keep on being awesome and keep on keeping on and doot.
Doot.
These pancakes are delicious.